Yo, 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 what's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Nate the Great coming at you with another live. If you're new to the channel, you already know, like, share, comment, and subscribe. And for all the returning family, you already know, peace and blessings. I'm gonna give y'all some time to tune in. Um, I hope everybody had a blessed and productive Monday. Hope everybody's safe and sound, at home, relaxing, got through the bustle of one day. So tonight, like I said, the title is self-explanatory. I don't know how long I'm gonna be up here with it, trying to get some things done outside of this today. So, really salute Anne Marie blessings. I already know. um, the one thing I am going to say though, I'm gonna be honest with you, the importance of growth is something everybody should be really taking into consideration. Growth, unity, and empowerment. Those is like three main important keys right there to being the most productive person you could possibly be in your community or just for your whole self. And some people take this for granted. Like I said, for every day that you're able to wake up, you're not locked up, you're not laying 6 feet deep, that is a blessing. So that's another day for you to try to get yourself up, get motivated, and do something positive. Starting to get a little bit irritated with some of the stuff I see in here, not just in real time, but on here too. But then again, that's another learning curve and a learning tool to be using because it just goes to show some people the real blueprint. And the real blueprint is not follow the path of destruction. You want better changes, you want better things to happen in your life or people around you. You got to be able to be that part of the change. One thing people fail to realize you can't stop in life, you can't stop growth, you definitely can't stop development, and you can't stop education. So when the education is coming to you, doesn't matter who it's coming from. The main thing you're supposed to be doing is taking heed to the message, not just listening, but hearing the whole entire message. You know, Big Trey, salute. Blessings, Rasta girl. Anthony, salute. Scorpio lady, blessings, sis. Glad y'all all tuned in. Some people don't know what it is to really try to get up and really grind and try to achieve certain things. Some people think their biggest achievements is trying to clown somebody all day, trying to disrupt somebody's lessons, or just pure peanut butter and jelly bull crap that is not really acceptable at this time. Some people just think they biggest achievement is thinking that they got up under somebody's skin when a lot of times you just still making yourself look stupid. You know, and if you want to grow in the positive way, sometimes you really gotta get outside your atmosphere, get outside your comfort zone sometimes, take a risk on life. Some people want to see their communities grow to some degree, but some people are not getting the backing that they need. Some people want to see things change, period. But how can they change when the right people are not making the right moves? And for those who are making the right moves, like I said, these are the ones that are having a hard time getting through the bustle sometimes. You know, yes, we know every little bit counts. That's a part of the unity. The part of the unity is supposed to be us coming together, us forming plans and ways to try to better certain things, not just in our communities, but somewhat around the world. Because this is not just a city event or a state event. It's a worldwide event that's going on right now. A lot of people they're not unified the way they used to be. And it's a sad realization right now. It really is. You want to see things grow in a positive light. But then the same token, you got those who are gonna try to lash out because they don't want to see change. They don't want to see growth. They don't want to see development. And those are the type of people you can't build with. Those are the type of people you need to get away from. And those are the people that you cut up as cancers in the community. You have to do that. You have to cut sometimes the head off of a snake in order for that shit to get the hell up out the way of whatever it is you're trying to do. Because that's what I consider these people that do shit like that. Consider them snakes. Call it like I see it. Like I said, it kind of goes back from earlier. If you could try to stop somebody that's trying to develop and trying to grow even on here, that just goes to show you where your life is at, your standards is at, and you need to change that. Blessings to all the queens that just pulled up in the chat. I already know, hit that like button on the way in. I always felt like this. We could all agree to disagree on certain things. But the one thing we should have is respect for each other, and we should just have that common goal in hand. And like I said, it doesn't matter if what part of the rocks we coming from. If our common goal is to try to make things better, why not come together? That's part of the problem why people can't grow and can't build. Because you have people that want to build, but they too stuck in their pride. They too stuck in their ways. It's like they want to be a step ahead of the person that's trying to do something. Like, look here, we are all trying to come together for a better reason. Should there be no reason why you are trying to overshadow me or you feel overshadowed when we both are doing the same thing? That's like if we doing business together. At the end of the day, come on. You're not going to sit here and tell me that this is what it is. We can't come together because you might not like something I said, or you might not like the way I did a certain thing. If it's for the betterment of the people, it shouldn't be no issue. As long as you ain't doing snake activity all the way, the fuck, we could build together. I think about all of the previous times in history where at one point we was about to have a stronghold. And it was a collective of people. It didn't matter about race at that time. It was just about everybody coming together for the rights of the community that they live in. But that part of the aspect somewhat left. And I don't know where it went to, but I know at some point it will make a full circle. So this is why I speak to the people that I know for a fact are a part of change or trying to be a part of change. I don't just be giving these messages just to hear myself talk. I give these messages because I feel the people need to be aware of certain things. And sometimes you're going to have to bring up topics that you might be sensitive about. But hey, better to address them than just let them shit sit there and marinate. Squad, you already know hood. Salute. Royal blessings. Tanya, blessings. Hey, Lonnie, blessings. Glad all y'all tuned in. Like, if you think about all the previous things in the past, man, look at the Black Panther. Oh yeah, let me do this first before I even start getting crazy. For fair use and educational purposes only, this is just my view and opinion on certain things. Don't be huff and try to be a copyright clown for nothing. Not with it tonight. Not tonight. All the old groups that was really doing things like the Black Panthers, even go back to some of the gangs before they became what they were. They was really trying to better the community one way or another. Didn't matter if they was donating clothes, they was just stopping bullshit, they was policing their own community. Like, that was the type of unity we had at one point. Like, everybody from different parts of the tracks was coming together to stop certain shit from happening in their areas, which was a commendable thing. And then somewhere along the line, we just lost that. And I'm gonna say back then, part of that was the drug era. The drug era definitely messed up a lot of that unity that we had. And it's sad to say that shit too. We had a lot of groups that was really trying to get things together. you know. And then, like always, you always going to have the infiltrators that try to come through, don't want to see no progress, especially if it's coming from the melanated people. So we already know what time it be, you know. You gotta look at how much of an impact some of these things did. Like I feel like some of these parties was definitely for the people as a whole, and they crushed that shit because, of course, you don't want to see rise, you don't want to see empowerment and growth. You don't want to see none of that. What you want to see is everybody still stuck in the same systems and stuck in the same thinking and mind frames that they've been stuck in. But some people have been woken up and wise to this for longer enough. You know, at some point, it's time to start getting back to that. We gotta definitely get back to that on point. Like everybody should be standing on their 10 toes. Should be no weaknesses. And if there is a weakness, then guess what? You just got to move to the side and let the real people that's standing up do the fucking thing. That's it. Sometimes you get tired of hearing people say, "Oh, I don't want to come together." Like, man, listen. If y'all both got the same damn goal at mind, just do the shit. Some of y'all just try to do things because you, like I said, you want to how you say it, oh, you just want all the recognition, you just want to make sure it's about you, and oh yeah, everybody see that you about this. But it's not always about the recognition. It's about the charity at hand that's being done. And if the charity at hand is trying to better the community, whether it's by opening up community centers or trying to open up businesses for people to try to get employment opportunities, whatever the case may be, that's what it's supposed to be about. Like I said, sometimes y'all block your own blessings when you sit there and let that pride get to your head. And this is what happened to some people in particular. They let pride get in head of them. They feel, oh, this person got more of a buzz than I do, and I'm helping this person. If we all eating together, we should all be fucking loyal. We should all keep it strong together, period. Nothing should come between me and my fellow brethren. Not no woman, not no money, not anything. Especially if we riding on the same purposes. Some people get a little whiff of something, and before you already know it, they diming you out. That's why you have to be eerie about the people you build with too. Yes, unity is a good thing. You know, sometimes it could be a bad thing because you have the wrong people uniting for the wrong reasons. But if you got the right people uniting, that shit overbears everything. It oversees and overshines everything. Hey, Molly, blessing, sis. D True, salute, bro. Like I said, you got to look at it, man. At some point, the community is going to get sick and tired of certain shit, certain actions, and that's when everybody's going to be unified. Another part of unity is some of y'all know y'all see things that's immoral and know you could possibly help. You supposed to help at all costs. If you see a woman is getting accosted, prime example, and she possibly could be in the line of fire, you supposed to be the good Samaritan to an extent. No woman's supposed to be worried about getting hurt by anything. Period. No kid should have to worry about it neither. And you got some people out here who are doing that type of shit. And this is why I say sometimes we gotta unite and get these people the fuck up out of here. At the end of the day, things could be a whole lot worse. And at some point they might get worse if the right people don't wake the fuck up. You already got a selective handful of the right people who have woken up. And this is why they come on here and they give their messages and they speak what they need to speak. Like I said, education can never stop. Doesn't matter who it's coming from. If the person is knowledgeable on what the hell they talking about, there's still education being bought. There's still content being bought. You know. At the end of the day, we definitely gotta unite. We definitely gotta stand up for the right things in the community. Rather it be the kids, rather it be us as a whole. We gotta get it together, y'all. Now, some people, like I said, they try to do certain things, like even with this avenue, so they could try to build some sort of generational wealth and everything else, you know. But when you got haters in the background that really don't want to see things happen, sometimes it'll be a little uphill battle. But it's all right, you know. It's always going to be a battle, but the main thing is you're supposed to win the war. And the war is against everything that's going on in this community that's been a plague, basically. John Blaze, salute, bruh. You already know. Scottie Pippen. I ain't even see you slide up in here. Salute, bruh. Like I said, everybody should be united on things that we know for a fact is wrong. Like any dude, and I say this again, any dude that is causing harm to a woman or a child, you are no better than the next person that's getting locked up now. You're no better than a murderer. You're no better than pedophile. You're no better than anything. You get the same treatments if you are going against women and children. You're supposed to be exiled, period. If you don't get exiled, you're supposed to be exed out, period. Because there's no way you could tell me within the right state of mind you feel comfortable doing certain things that you know for a fact ain't cool. And if you don't think people are going to take a hold of that, you bugging. This is why the right people are uniting now, because it's starting to get crucial. And it seems like the people who should be standing up on things, they're not standing up. They just turn the blind eye, like I said before. But for those who ain't, you know, y'all are the most blessed, and y'all definitely going to keep being blessed and keep shining, because it's the main thing at hand is trying to better yourself, better the people around you, and just make a difference, make a mark in your life while you're here. It's also important when it comes to growth that you grow not just spiritually but mentally. You got some people who they might be a little bit mature in the mind, but their spirit is telling them something different, or they presenting something different. You know, growth is definitely a beautiful thing. I look at it. Growth is not just mental, not just physical. You think you're gonna be a kid forever? No, you're gonna grow. What, you think you're gonna stay young forever? No, you're gonna grow. Some of y'all might be growing in height. Like, oh, you thought you was gonna be a midget forever? Nope. Look, you 6'2" now. Growth is a good thing on all levels. But the one thing that stops growth a lot of times is ignorant bullshit. And that's the truth. It's usually ignorant bullshit that stops growth from happening. And this is why you have to be airy around the people you are trying to build around, depending on what the situation might be. Because not everybody is going to have an agenda. But you got to be airy of those who might have one, especially if they see that whatever you're trying to do is definitely going to be something great and something that's going to be talked about probably for centuries, especially if it's on a good note. Sometimes they don't want to see that. These are the people that are asleep, you know. Just saying, gotta unite at some point. Sad that some of y'all only come to unite and want to grow when it's on some evil shit, but shouldn't always be that way. Like I said, think about shit in real time. You ain't gonna want to stay stuck in the same position forever. You're not gonna want to be living in the same positions forever. And when I mean living in it, I mean you ain't gonna want to just keep hustling and bustling when you could be out here trying to work and really get a fucking pension or some shit going on with yourself. Some of y'all sit here and waste time when the time you're wasting, you could be trying to do something to earn something. Like I said, 24 hours in a day, you ain't got you ain't got all day to sleep, and you ain't got all day to just sit around not doing nothing. Time is ticking. Time is money. And some of y'all gonna have to get together. Some of y'all say y'all want to do certain things, but in the same token, you're not even fully aware and you're not even fully settled in to do any of these moves. So, like I said, when it comes to certain things in unity, you're gonna definitely have to make sure y'all all on the same page and y'all all on the same fucking state of frame, because when it's all said and done, they'll look for any bit of weakness, especially when they know that you got a stronghold and you got a group of people that's not trying to hear that. It always ends up like that sometimes. They try to infiltrate any way they possibly can. But when the right people come along and they really are on that type of time, they can't really back us down, you know? And I'm sorry, but self-hatred is the worst thing in the world, because you're not supposed to hate yourself. How could you possibly hate the fact that you're breathing, that you could make something happen in life? How could you hate the fact that you probably got people that love you, care for you? I don't get it. You know, you already know, behind the ball salute. You know, I'm just saying. In order for things to shape the way we need it to shape, you gonna have to really start getting rid of a lot of these common evils that's trying to stop the growth and development. You know, really just gonna have to strong arm shit at some point. You know, and that's the whole truth right there. You know, you want to move forward. You want to see your people happy. You want to see the future prosperity growing. You want to see all of that growing. You want to make sure you ain't got to leave your kids a want when you supposed to be leaving them a will at least. You gotta get your ass on that ball. Like I said, you ain't got time to be sitting on your ass not doing nothing. Right now, there's plenty of opportunities. And even if you don't want to work with somebody, you still gotta fucking start somewhere in order to build your own shit. There's nothing wrong with being hard working and trying to do what you gotta do, especially if you come together for the right causes. Divide, salute. Like I said, some of y'all will waste your time and effort trying to hate on the next person when you could have took that same energy to try to make yourself better. You can't get mad when some people are moving faster than you in certain things. And if you want to be on pace with things, uh, get your head out your ass and go do something. You know, got some people, even if they work in one job, they probably working more than 8 hours a day. So it's a repeated pattern for those who really got to get out there and grind. I ain't been to sleep yet since I done worked that 14-hour shift, but I'm still fucking full of energy right now. I know I'm gonna sleep good tonight, but I said I'm gonna get this out to my peoples tonight. You know, the importance of growth, you gotta grow, because if you don't, you're gonna miss out on a lot of different opportunities that could be coming your way. Some opportunities be sitting right in your face, but because you won't say, you know what, I'm gonna just do this. Nah, fuck that. I ain't trying to. Sometimes you're gonna have to work for somebody in order to fucking get right, so you can get your own shit. Some people are not born with a silver spoon in their mouth. And even if some of y'all feel you ain't trying to work for you ain't trying to work for the establishment, then make sure whatever you're doing to get money, you save and do the right things and invest. There's nothing wrong with investing in yourself. There's nothing wrong with investing in your community, especially when you know for a fact that could possibly be the change that you possibly need. Yeah, it's simple for some of y'all to sit here all day and just get into all sorts of bullshit, madness, and drama when you could be spending that same energy um doing the most positive works, period. And if you want some of these kids to move along and accordingly the way you see fit, then they got to see the people's making the right moves too. I ain't the best role model at times, but there's times I'm just not doing certain shit. Like I told y'all before, there's just certain things I would not do around kids. I don't care how old you are. Just won't do it around them because it wasn't done around me. And that's part of that too with some of y'all. You gotta definitely limit the things you do only because if some people are seeing it day in and day out, you can't possibly give somebody advice on something when they seeing you doing wrong things. That's like you telling me not to hate on somebody, but then I'm watching you tear them down. Doesn't work that way. Really doesn't. Like I said, the time and energy you spend tearing down the fellow person, you could have been out there trying to either get back to school, get your education. You could have been trying to, get into an internship probably. Or if you just trying to get to the bag, you could have took a trade. Get into a trade, do something. Even if you gotta do something part-time, shoot. If you got a fucking bike, Jeep, or whatever, do Uber Eats, Postmates, all this shit right now. Get some sort of change in your pocket, at least for now. At least until you able to grow and benefit where you want to grow and benefit at. I said, I can't stress that anymore. Wax dog salute, bro. I can't fucking stress that anymore, man. It's really getting dangerous out here. And a lot of things you really want to do, it should better not just you, but your community. Your communities might need certain things that could possibly bring more opportunities than if you got to come together as a collective to do so. Sometimes you don't always have to go to these people for assistance. If you know you got the right type of, you got the right type of drive and the motivation, you can make anything happen. I done seen people make things happen out of spare dust. So that just goes to show you a lot of times you just got to be knowledgeable on what you're trying to do, and then you just got to put your best foot forward and keep that shit going. And let nothing stop you until you are where you need to be and where you feel you need to be. That's the whole point of growth. Even if you stay with a company for a long time, you ain't going to stay in that same position for all. No, you're going to eventually keep growing. You're going to keep elevating to another level or another chapter. And that's what you're supposed to do. Even in life, growth is important because you're elevating to different chapters. Every year of your life is like a chapter of your book. So for every year that you're sitting here wasting time, you could have been taking that same time and applying yourself. How Big Worm said, I don't think you're applying yourself, Smokey. Like shit. You gotta do that sometimes with niggas. You gotta apply yourself, man. Like I said, not everybody's born with a silver spoon in their mouth. And sometimes you can't worry about those who are, because some of them who are born with those spoons in their mouth, they ain't gonna really, they just gonna live off that family wealth. They ain't worried about no empowerment, no betterment of the communities and none of that shit. But for those who do, and for those who was gonna do something, sometimes y'all just gotta give them a fucking good plan. They might invest in that shit, especially if you come at them with a great blueprint. You know, I'm just saying. At some point, we're going to have to tilt the scale back to where it was at before. There's no more fucking rehearsals. There's no more time to be bullshitting around. Get yourselves right and do right. Trust me. If I was the one with the silver spoon in my mouth, man, listen, I'd have made so many different things happen. I would have probably amazed myself. But then again, I'd have been happy because at least I know, hey, I done made some things happen. I got things happening worldwide. I got people that are I'm definitely making things happen the way it's supposed to happen. And then the people that are around me are benefiting, whether they working, whether they part of that establishment staff, whatever. You know, opportunity is what you're supposed to be given. Always got to give opportunity, even to those who still don't know what they want to do in life. Still give them some opportunity one way or another. That's another part of growth. Some of y'all got to spiritually grow too, because some of y'all are still playing around. Like some of y'all are really still stuck on little kid time when it comes to specific situations. Not saying you can't have your fun and whatever, but some of y'all need to stop entertaining all the negative and start figuring out ways to make positive. So I said, whole different breed of person on it. I don't care about certain things, but figuring out ways on how not to just make myself better and continue to make myself better, but to see the people that I fucking growed around and the people that I see and the people that love me like I love them. I want to see everybody winning. Doesn't matter what they doing in life. I just want to see everybody winning. Yeah. This one got an establishment doing this. All right, this one got an establishment doing this. That's what's up. Everybody at least has something of their own. And they're making it work. That's how it's supposed to be. But it's hard to be like that sometimes, like I said, when you got not just self-hatred, but you got envy, you got jealousy, and in some cases, you just got people that just want to see you crash out and burn because they want your spot so badly. Instead of you just saying, you know what, we came in together, we gonna grow together, and we gonna ride out together. Motivation is always the damn key, though. What I'm saying is just come on here because a lot of times, like I said, it's gonna be situations that I'm gonna bring up. And when I do be wanting them panels, I'll be wanting everybody to hit it. Like I said, sometimes it's good to not even so much as just network, but it's good to get good ideas from people and vice versa. You know, some people just got to stop coming together for the wrong causes and really start coming together for the right causes. And that would be another part and another important part of growth in life. If a lot of y'all would just think twice before you do certain shit. Like, seriously, think twice before you do certain things. That's just like if I'm walking around with $100,000 right now. You think I should be worried about trying to fucking get a outfit that costs $1,000? I'm eating at the fanciest restaurants. I'm going to get sat there and at least try to put that into some sort of investment. How stupid did I look? Got some people that think like that and don't give a fuck. And then cry, oh, you got the money I'm supposed to have. And yo, I feel like, no, because you wasn't doing the right things. You wasn't investing. Some of y'all lucky to even get a shot because some of these people ain't really that talented to get these type of opportunities and the money. Like I said, God does bless those who are humble, but God will also take take from those who are not humble. And a lot of y'all, as we see now, are not. You're not eating right now the way you're supposed to be eating, or you think you should be eating. But that's because God has already blessed you enough to where you should have did certain things the right way. And if you ain't do it by now, game over. Like I said, in order to build a strong foundation, you got to grow together. And that's another part of growth. You got to stay strong and grow together. The foundation has to come from the ground up. And it has to be no type of imperfections in there at all. And even if there is little patches to patch up, it shouldn't be something where the whole foundation crumbles. And some of y'all sit there and watch somebody crumble, which I feel is corny. You know, I feel like that's the worst thing in the world right now. Some of y'all really just sitting here taking advantage and not really doing the things you should be doing right now. Like I said, get it right. When it's all said and done, trust me, you're gonna be thankful and be happy if you did make them right decisions. Because when it's all said and done, now you are reaping the benefits that you're supposed to be reaping from. Supposed to be benefiting right now. Like I said, get the ball rolling, man. Any way, shape, or form you can do it, get the ball rolling. And there should be a public service announcement to everybody who's in these communities that know they can make fucking change and help out. Stop being a lunkhead and get your shit right. You see somebody trying to do something positive, especially if trying to help y'all. You supposed to be on the board trying to help them. Yo, you need help with this? Yo, what you need? Yo, you think you need these materials? Like, yo, I wanted to donate this if you needed it. Some people gotta learn to come together, even if it's just bringing the smallest things together. The smallest things sometimes make the biggest impact. Always remember that too. You know, all in all, like I said, you want these kids to move in a better direction, a better light. They got to see the right people making those right fucking choices. They got to see the right adults doing the right things. And that's another part of growth. I don't care how many kids you think you got, well, none of that shit, but that doesn't make you, that doesn't mean you're grown. That just means you got kids. Because I done seen people have a million kids and still be childish in the mind. Some of y'all have a mindset that y'all think certain ways that's happened. That's just how it's supposed to be in life. No, you could change that too. You could definitely change that as well. Hey Tracy, blessings, sis. Y'all already know for those who just tuned in, hit that like button. You're new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Peace and blessings to all the kings and the queens in here. Definitely in here. You know, just, just keep it real. Can't expect certain changes to happen that quick if you're not trying to jump on it quick, you know. Sometimes slow and steady does win the race, but then in certain races, you won't want to get to that finish line just so you can sit back and relax and say, all right, I did what I needed to do. I got this done in a small amount of time. Now it's time for me to just sit back and collect what I need to collect. You know, nothing in life is ever easy, but it shouldn't put a damper on you neither. Just because you might not be able, and I'm gonna use this as a basketball reference, just because you might not be able to hit a jump shot, does that mean you supposed to stop playing basketball if that's what you're passionate about? If you are talented in all the other aspects of ball, then continue to play ball. You know, like I said, sometimes you just gotta find your niche, find your lane in life, and play that shit well, and that shit'll work out for you. That's all you really gotta do. Hey, Bobby, blessings, sis. I think if a lot of people had that same mind frame and that mindset, oh, this shit would be lit in here. This whole situation would be lit. Everybody would have a smile on their face. They got their own, they making their own moves. You know, there's no hatred, no none of that. Everybody's able to build and grow in a positive light. You know, yeah, not everything is gonna be perfect on certain days, but for the most part, you know, like I said, do the right things, be humble, and do what you see fit. And trust me, God to keep blessing you. Don't think that some of these people that got big money now that they had sold their ass to just get that cash. No, some people was actually humble, kept it humble, didn't refrain from what they were supposed to be doing, and God has continued to bless them. Whether they got a million corporations or not, some of these people was they took the hard road, they grind, they did what they were supposed to do, and things worked for them. It didn't matter what it was, even the smallest venture turned into something big for some of these people. You know, in the long run, you want better changes, you want a better society, you want to be able to say, this is the best place for me to raise minds and do what I got to do. And y'all got to come together and grow. And not everybody has to be friends. Not everybody even has to agree on certain things. But if the common goal is trying to fucking save the youth and trying to fucking better the community, then again, what the fuck is stopping a lot of y'all doing so? Sorry to sound like that. Just the overall general question. I honestly feel at some point it's going to get worse before it gets better. And the only reason why I say it like that is because some people still are not taking heed to the messages. It don't got to come from me. Somebody else probably done spoke the same message or done said this shit just in a different way. And some of y'all still letting it go over your heads. You know, again, it doesn't matter who's giving the message or who's delivering the education as long as it's being delivered. Hey, Rachel, blessings, sis. Miss Eve, blessings. You know, you got to do that sometimes. Like I said, sometimes you're going to have to shake the room or shake a few people just to spark some ideas or just to spark some sort of revolution. You know, and part of this is it's really just it's annoying. I'm sorry to sound like that, y'all. It's just annoying because you know how many things could have already been implemented. Shit could have been getting at least halfway to where it was at before. Wouldn't be worried about half of the shit now. Most we would be worried about is what these people are doing behind closed doors and how they trying to affect us as a whole. But other than that, everything else would just be non-existent because we already know what it is. We done got to the promised land and now everything is good money. You know, I am going to drop this link in a minute. Like I said, I don't know how long I'm gonna be on here tonight. I actually got to take care of something in another half an hour or so. And also, I don't know who else might be going live, so I just wanted to get this genuine message out the air. You know, Papa Will, salute. You know, gotta always remember that. Some of y'all cry about you want the kids to be everything, but how can they be everything if you're not setting the right examples? If you're not showing them anything, they ain't gonna never be anything. Show them that it's good to build. Show them that it's good to try to invest. Show them that it's good to care about something besides yourselves. Like I said, stop being so selfish at times and spread those words that need to be spread the right way. This shit is like a fucking garden. You trying to plant the right things in your garden. You don't want to plant the wrong things and either A, they don't grow, or B, they make your garden hideous. So, and in the long run, you're gonna have to grow. If you don't, then what's the purpose of you moving forward in life? Like I said, you're gonna have to grow on all levels, spiritually, mentally. And when it comes to unity, a lot of y'all should be unified already. A lot of y'all should already be on the same page, like regardless to what, we got to make this thing happen. We got to try to spark the idea and spark the revolution. It's up to y'all sometimes. Like I said, sit back and turn a blind eye to everything, you sit back and don't at least stand on something, you're gonna fall for every damn trick in the book. You know? Every damn trick. And I'm gonna say that again. You will fall for every damn trick. And for those who are woke and for those who have been trying to do things along that nature, like I said, may God continue to bless you and may God continue to keep moving you forward. Because that's exactly what's going to have to happen now. A little bit too much of this people are divided over the dumbest shit. There's too much of that going on. And that's another reason why it's hard to grow sometimes. Some of the fucking division starts from bullshit. Minor shit that could be either tossed under the table or talked about like grown-ups. Like I said, if y'all all on the same page trying to get things together, just get it together. No need for the back and forth amongst each other. Because how the hell are we going to grow as a whole when they see us fucking crumbling as a whole? Hold on.
Hey there, Nate.
Hey, what's up? What's up, Tanya?
Oh, nothing much. You know what? People like to see us just to self-destruct. Remember that song, Self-Destruction? You headed for self-destruction.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that? Yeah. And they were right then. And it's getting to that now. And I thought after that album they put out with all the rappers joining us, with or either it's bugging. There's one definite thought you take we got a gun for in the club, you know, but I don't know. I've seen it. I've seen it all back then, and it's getting bad now. It's just we can't seem to get ourselves out of our own way. It's like I want what you got, and the consequences be darned.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the sad truth of the matter. And we're headed for self destruction, man. The clock's ticking on us now, man, Nate. And I don't know. Maybe it's the new generation that I don't know what it is. I don't know what this new generation is. I knew the '70s and '80s generation. We were trying to find ourselves, and
Yeah.
after that, it went full blown. It went full board.
Yeah.
Ah, God. It just seems like we just can't stay together for one thing. Every other race stays together for a cause. And when it comes to us, heck, we either be a joke or be on the Jerry Springer show. All right? We're like the version of the black version of the Jerry Springer show, where they send us out there, talk our business, throw weeds at each other, and says, I had sex with you, but I'm really a man. Okay? So that's the sad truth of the matter. I'm 56. I'm telling the truth. Okay.
No, I know that, bro. Listen, I'm over here trying not to cough my ass off, but you speaking some shit.
Thank you. We're gonna be like the Jerry Springer show. You're gonna see. You know what? I've noticed that mostly Jerry Springer people is mostly black people and trailer trash people, and they be up on there telling their business. And they say, what you do this for, what you do that for. And they have the strippers up there, and it just seems like we're becoming a joke. I remember we was a joke back in the '70s and '80s. It was a joke. We were like the poor people on the TV. They said you wouldn't see no poor families on TV no more. But it seems like we're headed for self-destruction. I don't know who's gonna stop the button, but I'm lost. Um,
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. A
yeah.
lot of us are gonna stop this. You know what it is? It's gonna take a lot of the right people to stop this shit. And it's not
Well,
saying that it can't happen, Tanya. Listen, I always believe in change and positivity, and I believe in some
yeah,
sort of
me too.
evolution
But
one
it
way
seems
or
like
another.
People want to see the drama and the mess.
Oh, I know that. But
Yeah,
for those who don't, those are the ones. For the ones who ain't involved in that, those are the ones who are actually trying to make the push and make something happen.
and that's why you be on my channel. I don't allow this mess on my shows.
Yeah.
Shoot, that's why I like Hammer Nation, because I want to try to do positives. Of like tomorrow, I'm gonna do this dirtbag Daryl Brooks, who went inside that who the people didn't know who he was, going to that parade. He had barricades on that parade. He didn't give a darn. And now he's looking at 898 years in prison, and he's going to be somebody's poking stick. Okay? You know?
The poking stick, I'm weak.
Yeah. Listen, Ani, he's going to have no choice. He's going to be in there with a bunch of dudes that are probably bigger than him and going to use him as their personal plunger. Okay? They're going to use him as his plunger. They're going to find who he is, and he's going to have to, how you say, have to be he has to be the biggest prostitute in prison. Okay? And that's it for 898 years. He's going to have to not drop the soap, but he's going to drop that soap. He's going to get beat up, raped, or whatever he's going to do. And he's going to, you know what? He can't look at him cross-eyed, because if he does, they'll take his eye out and use it as a pinball machine. Okay? Okay. So I'm going to have a poking stick when they do his sentencing, and they're going to use him as his personal poking stick. So it's that Parkland shooter. He's going to be their own woman. Okay? He's going to have to dress up as a woman, wear makeup to survive, because he doesn't want to get his butt kicked. And that's that, and that's on that. But right now, yeah, we're headed. I know. Well, I hope this new generation can fix it, neat. But like I said, I've seen this generation in the 70s and 80s and 90s, and right now, my generations came and went. It's up to the new generation now. I'm past my prime. You know.
Listen, you ain't never passed your prime, and I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you the reason why. For every
I'm a
day
widow.
that
I meet a man in my life. That's one of my main things. So, oh, you go ahead.
I ain't even saying that, Tanya. Nah, listen, I said you ain't past your prime only because you're still mobile. You still able to move around and do certain things, even if it's just the smallest things. Yeah, you know, like I said, anybody can make change and positivity. It don't matter what age it is. But the point is, everybody got to come together. Like I said, how can some of the kids come together with the adults if they seeing the adults act like kids?
Remember, if you remember that commercial, if your kids, I learned it by watching you. Where'd you find this? I said, I learned it by watching you, Dad. You have, if the kids see you on drugs, then they'll be on drugs too. So
Exactly.
you know, so it's like when the parents, they had a show was, well, I will let my parents, my kids have sex in my own house. If my grandmother saw me bring some boy home and I have sex in their house, I get slaughtered. Okay, I can't believe. I remember when they had shows where I will allow a kid to drink and have sex in my own house. I remember those shows. If you remember, they had the parents up there saying, "You allow your kids to have sex in your house?" And I said, "Yeah." I was that was back in the 80s or 90s when I saw that. So I know you wouldn't allow your kids to have sex in your own house. Shoot.
Nah,
You know?
even if I had kids, I don't think knowing my shell shocked ass, they ain't even gonna bat that eye twice.
And sometimes I remember here in New Jersey, parents got arrested for having a house party, and they were supplying the booze and everything. This is here in Jersey. You know?
But this
it's
still
been
goes
happening
on
in Jersey a lot, these house parties, where the parents supply the liquor and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But this is something that's been going on. But see, this is the thing. Again, this is why I said some people can be physically grown but not mentally grown, because any mentally grown and competent person is not they're not giving no young kid no liquor, no weed, no coke, no none of that shit. Period.
I
First
remember
of
in
all,
the
you
70s
gotta
and
be a
80s,
fucking creep.
they say, I think, you know what? I just avoid, don't, I you know what? Don't be on no reality TV show and spread your own mess on the show because you're going to get laughed at and answer questions by the stupidest audience in the freaking world. Yeah, they throw their weave all over the place. I've never seen it was like the Jerry Springer weave show. You're gonna see somebody throw their weave out in the audience, and you know, and you know what, Jay, I really hope so. But right now, the way things is looking right now, I want to have hope. I really do. But right now, you always say you can't fix the stupid, and you can't. People want to be stupid no matter what you do. Hmm
Yeah.
We're more interested in stupid stuff than the real stuff.
Well, guess
Remember, they
what?
had that milk crate challenge, and everybody was in freaking the world having money for milk crates. I remember Snoop Dogg said, "Who made up this stupid milk crate challenge?" I saw you see it all over the place. People bet money to be on these milk crates. They ain't got some got hurt, but they didn't care. We're more interested in the stupid stuff than anything else. That's our main problem. If we see something that's really ridiculous, we'll flock to it. We don't want to. We don't want to be involved in the normal, everyday trying to get ourselves ahead stuff. We want the stupid stuff. I mean, I like stupid stuff more than anybody else, but I don't want to be an everyday doggone thing. I'll gamble a little bit. That's fine, but I'm not interested in the stupid stuff. You
Yeah.
know, yeah. I'll watch the worst movies in the world. I'll have fun. But as for other stupid stuff, we have a lack of brain focus, and that's the truth of the matter. But I'm glad you made this topic up, and I hope to see you around sometime.
No doubt. You already
Yeah,
know. I've
yeah.
definitely. I
I
did
know
pop
you.
up in your live earlier, but
Yeah,
I've been
yeah,
running around for a minute.
yeah. Yeah, well, I hope y'all here for. I'm gonna be live tomorrow for Daryl Books and Sensing, but I wanted to come up here and talk about this. And what I've said is the truth of the matter. It sucks. We kind of like the butt of jokes around here. We used to be the butt of jokes back in the 70s and 80s that we were like, we can't think for ourselves. We're like a bunch of dipsticks, but I don't think we're that. But it's getting to that point now. It
Yeah.
really is. Yeah. Well, you have a good night there, Nate.
All right, now have a good one too, Tanya. I'll
You
definitely
too.
look out for the live reminder tomorrow. I'll definitely try to pop up there.
Okay, so just watch this guy become a poking stick. Yeah. Peaches.
Peaches. Yeah. Shout outs to Tanya Hammer Nation. For those who are in the chat, y'all already know, drop them links, show each other some love. Anybody else want to hit the panel? Y'all more than welcome. Try to keep this show rolling for a little bit more, but I feel like most of the things is coming out now, like I said. And she did have a point. It's sad that some of us would rather entertain dumb and immature shit than try to get our lives together and try to do something better. Now, the only thing I could disagree with is I still believe in hope and change regardless to what. Yeah, you can't fix stupid, but you can guide the ones who are misguided and lost. And some of them definitely look like they're trying to get somewhere in life. But if they got the wrong people around them pushing them in a different direction, they ain't gonna never find their own direction. The only direction these people should be getting pushed in is, something more constructive, more productive, and definitely getting your money up. You know, some people end up dying and don't even fucking got a dollar to their name. So now these people don't have nothing to fucking build off of. Sometimes you got people that got to go in debt just to bury people. So always remember that too. That's another way for you to try to say, you know what? Let me get my shit right, just in case if anything happens, whether it's me, my immediate family, we ain't stuck holding the bill. You know? Or in the event the bill might be a little higher than expected, at least we all got our fucking shit together where we could just say, all right, look, we're gonna bury our loved ones with respect and honor the way we're supposed to. You know, some people die before they could fully even get a chance to make their dreams come true because of self-hate or just because hate, period. You got people that don't want to see you elevate. And then you got those that don't. And the ones that don't are the ones that are always around every corner. That's why I say unity and growth is an important thing, whether you want to believe it or not. But it's the right people that gotta fucking be unified and grow together. Can't grow with everybody. Can't grow with a pedophile. Can't grow with a rapist. You can't. You can't go with anybody or grow with anybody who's causing any type of physical harm towards women and kids. Can't build with those people. And you can't build with ignorant people that don't want to see no better and feel like you ain't worth the fucking time or feel like you ain't going to make it happen. When in the long run, you're going to be the one bypassing them. Slow growth sometimes is better than no growth. And that's something that shouldn't fly with nobody head. I done seen people take their time in life doing certain things. And by a certain age, they have been established or at least got to the point where I know what I want. I'm gonna make this happen in one jump. And I'm gonna sit back and watch the beautiful skyline and just watch my money work for me. That's how it's supposed to be. Yo, really salute, bro. Angie, blessings, sis. All right, y'all all in here. The link is in the chat if anybody want to hit the panel. Like I said, I ain't gonna be up here forever. Realist, you should have seen the topic. The topic is growth, the unit, and all that good shit. Yes. We're talking about a little bit of everything tonight. We definitely need unity and growth in more ways than now. Because this shit is getting crazy. Like, and she did have a point. Tanya did have a point. Like I've been saying, like more than a few people been saying. It seemed like when it come to everybody else, they managed to stick together no matter what. But when it come to us, we would rather see the self-destruction, the violence, the chaos, the misery. That's not growth. It's really not growth at all when this is the only thing you want to see day in and day out. You should want to see something better. You should want to hear something better. You should get tired of hearing the same old stories about people losing their life before time, or you hearing the same thing about these people getting locked up and killed. Getting tired of that shit. Time to grow. Or you got these people who look like they had something going legit, and then they come to find out they in some scam shit. Like, come on. Can't keep doing that shit. Can't. Get out of that mind state and get into the realization that this is about to get crucial these next couple of years. I do not want to hear something about I told you so later on. Oh, they was right. Oh, this one was right. Black Soul, salute, bro. I got you, bro. Hold on. I just realized the chat been moving wild crazy, so and it's been a minute since I had the link down there. My bad. Like I said, time is now. And it's sad that people feel like it's over when it's really not over. I just overall feel it's a new wave of thinking that some people need to start getting into. And that new wave is not giving a fuck about all the hate, not giving a fuck about the treachery and none of that. How about just keep moving forward, no matter what. Let no obstacle stop you from doing whatever it is you're trying to do in life. Somebody believes you can't be this, knowing you know you can be this, prove them wrong. That's all you can do. No, that's why I'm saying you gotta make positive changes. You gotta be able to say, you know what? I see this young brother try to do this. You know what? If I could help them, yo, bro, what you were trying to do? Yo, what can you do in particular? Yo, you trying to get a job? You trying to make some money? You know, it shouldn't always be if you ask them if they want to make money, it gotta involve drugs. No. Yo, you want to make some money doing some maintenance work, some side hustling thing. You want to like, come on. Give these people opportunities. And that's the problem. Some of us got multiple ways to give multiple opportunities one way or another, and we don't do it. Yeah, but see, like I said, you talking to one that been on his shit, regardless to what. And I ain't stray away from nothing. But it's just the principles, like I said, because I believe at some point I'm gonna end up building with certain people on here one way or another. And it's not just for my benefit, it's just for the people as a whole benefit. I think way outside the box. Like I said, great observer, and I think outside the box. I think further than some people, and sometimes I take a step back because I might miss something in particular that's going to make sure that shit is going to be right. That's why it's called correcting yourself with certain things. Like, you know what? Let me fall back. Let me not just jump into that real quick. Let me make sure I get the full dynamics on how this plays out and what the overall outcome is going to be. That's just like you investing money into something. You're not going to invest all your money into it. No, you still got to keep a little something outside for yourself, just in case if shit don't pan out right. But it don't hurt to take certain risk in life. And the more y'all don't understand that shit, the more it's going to keep crumbling in front of your face. Your community, your kids, everything is going to keep crumbling in your face because you're not listening to the overall message. The overall message is that it's time for you to get up off your asses. For those who ain't doing nothing, get up off your asses and get something positive going so you could be a part of that growth. When the rest of people like me and whoever else start growing, you'll be a part of that. You got to worry about nothing. Like I said, some people might be all day for the drama. Ain't got time for all of that. I done been through all the drama coming up. I done been past the stage where I don't do drama no more. When I'm ready to just shut shit down, I shut it down and I shake a room real good. So it is what it is. Like I said, the link is in the chat if anybody want to pull up. I almost tell this the Monday night smoke session, but this ain't nothing normal. Still speaking to the people. But that should resonate with some of y'all. It's not a game no more. And some of y'all could actually put y'all fucking talents to use one way or another. Some of y'all refuse to do it. Like some of y'all afraid that if you put your best foot forward, you might actually succeed. I think that's what the problem is sometimes. Some of y'all are actually afraid that you're going to succeed in whatever lane it is that you're trying to succeed in. And you don't want it to be that lane, but nigga, whatever lane you talented in, do what you do. That's just like if a nigga can't sing and rap, but he can dance his ass off. What's to stop him from doing that? Gotta look at that. I don't know if I like you like that, Papa Will. You had a live stream yesterday, and I forgot about it only because I was live. But you still my nigga.
See, there you go. Now that time you need to go get the drums because you was in my chat and then you went and started your chat. And I said, "Oh, Nate got a chat. Hey, y'all, we need to stop. We need to quit because Nate done started his live now. We need to, we done been here for over 2 hours. Man, they wouldn't leave. You know how it goes over there. So, hey, I still came to yours when I could get it. When I could get it down, I still came over there to you. Hey, but you were saying that, and I think that nationwide, people wide, you know, the fact we don't know nothing about ourselves, is I think is our first problem
Yeah,
because we as a people, I've learned, I've learned. So I'm gonna say this: we as a people of mixed races, meaning that we got people in Alabama that have particular behavior different from people in New York, and New Jersey knows that New York ain't got the same behavior or particular ways, like in the South, like most of us don't know that the word gumbo means okra. And then it becomes funny to those of us that do know that when you say, "Oh man, I love okra, I love gumbo, man, but I can't stand that okra, man. Get away from it." Well, uh, the word, African word for it's gumbo. It ain't the mix you make, but if you if you have a socialistic background of parents and aunties and stuff that made what they call gumbo the way they made it, then that's your race. Within your race, within your ethnic group, that is what's called gumbo. The way your environment, your ancestors, your parents made it.
yeah,
Okay. So what I'm trying to say, because oh man, you see, I tried to not come up here. You held that out, kept on looking at me, saying, "Will, hit that link, man. Come on up here. You scared, huh? You scared to come on up here? Because I come up here, man. I start talking.
I didn't tell you shit. First of all, I said for anybody that wanted to hit it, I still forgot. I forgot you was in the chat. I thought you were sleeping in the chat for a second.
Oh boy! Oh my God! Sleeping in the chat. No,
Yo,
no.
Black Cell, salute, bro.
One thing I know that's good about you is your nature.
Salute, salute.
Mhm. Yeah, nah, bro. I mean, listen. I mean, it's at the end of the day, I'm one of those people that, regardless to what, I still see a better future for a majority of us. Just gotta fucking wake the right people up, and some of the people are already woke, which is a good thing. But it should be more than that. That's just how I look at it. And I don't believe in giving up, especially not on my whole race. I don't give a fuck. I don't believe in that.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something I told a young nigga the other day, right? I told
What's
this
good?
young nigga this probably about 2 days ago, right? And it's gonna make us look bad, but I don't give a fuck because we gotta start the first step in doing what you talking about, Nate, is we gotta be real with each other, right? Every
Yeah,
one of us ain't an OG. Some of us
facts,
just old niggas.
facts.
Because the OG holds, so I come from the gang culture, right? I ain't in
Mm,
the gang now, but I come from that culture. So when it comes to being an OG in the gang culture, it comes to structure, comes to putting in work, it comes to a certain level of not acceptance, but what's the word? Achievements or experience to where you solidified as an OG, right? You know what I told this young nigga? I said, man, you know what? Because he was telling me his stories in his past and shit. And I was like, you know what? I see why y'all young niggas don't look up to us. We failed. There was a generation that failed. You heard? So my
yeah,
generation, I'm born in 80. So that generation from the late 70s all the way probably to the early 90s, we failed these young niggas. You know what I mean? You know why we failed them? Because we was too. So look, I'm gonna tell you the whole dynamics of mathematics about it. We was too busy trying to beat them, right? We didn't want to
yeah,
let them shine because we was too busy trying to outshine them. And we didn't teach them nothing. So we looked at them more as competition than the youth that was our seeds that came off that we were supposed to be giving game. It's like, nah, nigga, the more you shine, the more you make me an older nigga where I can't shine. But we should have known when we came in the game. We came in the game from OGs that gave us knowledge and gave us the business. And You know what I mean? And them OGs knew they had to step aside it sometimes. See, the problem is that a lot of our generation, that generation, it's a I think it's Generation X or Y. Don't quote me. I'm a little. I'm on the bud. I'm on the bud, so I ain't. You know what I mean? And I don't even like talking this when I'm on it. But so there's a generation that we comprised of.
Yeah.
I can't remember if it's Y or X or whatever it is. But I say this to say, look, we didn't think that generation didn't think we would be in our 40s and 50s. We thought we was gonna die at 21, like we was always told.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We was always told you ain't gonna live the way you moving, blah, blah, blah. So now when we got to our 40s, we didn't know how to be OGs because most of our OGs died before that. Am I lying?
Nope.
And the ones that slipped through the cracks, I don't even think they knew they would be there either. So they was just kind of figuring themselves out on their own, you know, on their own timing or whatever. But we didn't usher in a whole generation from our generation of OGs to be able to, you know what I mean? Because we were still trying to beat them niggas because we didn't see nothing coming. We didn't even think we was going to be there. So now, instead of me being able to get this young nigga game, I'm competing with him in my mind because I feel like I'm still that nigga. But look, gangster shit, I ain't gonna say music, because music, that's the one thing that I agree with that should be timeless. You can't ever tell me, you know what I mean, a rapper can. Jay-Z's proving that right now. No matter if you 50, 60, if it's in you, it's in you. Because we don't do that to them rock and roll dudes. We don't do that at all. You know what I mean? They can be 70 years old and barely sing their old shit, but they gonna sell out arenas. So I don't believe in that with music, but I believe in that with everything else. There's an expiration for certain shit, man. When I get to a certain age and I know better, I should be doing better. Now, when I didn't know better, I was doing whatever I thought was appropriate. But when I knew better, I should do better. So once I knew better and I'm supposed to do better, there's certain shit that's aged out. I don't believe in no 45-year-old nigga that's still in the gang talking about he active. You know why? You might be an OG in that gang, but you still got to listen to these young niggas, and you're going to have a heart attack trying to bring all these young niggas together and get them to come in under your ideology of what you think shit should be. So there comes an expiration date where, you know what, I'm off gang shit. It's a young nigga sport. Same thing with the NFL and the NBA. Yeah, we love seeing LeBron and we love seeing Tom Brady go as long as they can go. But we know they ain't got too long. This is a young nigga sport.
Good.
You know what I mean? The streets is a young nigga sport. And unfortunately, we didn't leave them nothing to tell them how to do right. So now we want to criticize. No, I don't like the killing. I don't give a fuck about that drill music. Some of that shit ride, but if it's encouraging you to kill niggas, I'm not with that because I already been there, done that. But unfortunately, we didn't lay a clear path out for them youngins. So they doing what they think is right. So now you can't step in if you didn't lay the clear path out. You're a missed generation. You can't step in and say, oh, fuck you. You do, because we did the same shit. When Wu came out and Scarface and fucking all these different groups and shit, Eazy-E and them niggas from the West Coast, fuck the police. We was all on that movement. You know what I mean? So I think we failed, and I think we got to take onus of that. But I think we too cool to say we failed. I even failed, and I don't even feel like I'm a total failure with it because I always taught the youngest. But as a collective, we failed. That generation failed. That I'll go as far as from 1975 to 1993 or some shit like that. 1995, we failed that, man. We lost a whole. We was too cool then. We was popping. And we weren't really leaving nothing for the young niggas to come in this generation. Because I don't even think we thought we would still be here to see it. Let's keep it a band. You heard?
I'm gonna be honest with you too. Part of that I do agree with. And then I'm gonna tell you this. I came from a different part. Like I said, some part of me was just, I was everywhere. Just like how I be in these YouTube streets, everywhere. I don't just sit in one spot, but that's because I observe everything. I love to see the right type of energy, no matter what's happening. And yeah, some of us did drop the ball. I can't say everybody dropped the ball because we still got some OGs as far as not in the gang, but we got OGs like Papa Will and them, like people in that community that actually still try to do all they possibly can. Yeah, no matter who the fuck happened, no matter who the fuck dropped the ball at some degree, some people do take their damn responsibilities. And that's the most commendable thing I could think about. Yeah, I know some people, they out here, they doing their own dumb shit. Cause like I said, there's a difference. Some people have not mentally grown. But for those who are mentally grown and are trying to make changes, these are the people who really should be like benefiting as far as like, like these people are actually, they need more recognition. They really need to, it's not happening. And then not to be funny, yeah, you right about that. There is a time frame for certain things like sports. Yeah, we know that. Any type of sport to a degree. Nigga, like just like if you play hockey, you ain't gonna play hockey forever, nigga. I don't care how good you are. Like, nigga.
Facts.
Yeah, but it's the truth, bro. Like, look, and I can even take it even further. Like, look, you see what Jordan did. Jordan came in and scored 32,000 in damn near 9 seasons. That shit was impossible to do for some people. Some people it's taking forever to get past this shit now. So that's why I'm saying, like, yeah, it's a catch-22 sometimes because not everybody failed, bro. Some people did fail, but then you have other ones who are trying to make it right, but they're not getting the backup, the help, the recognition, none of that. Everybody just want to encourage the same stupid shit.
Let me ask you a question.
Go ahead, bro.
I didn't mean to cut you off, pardon me. And I want to ask the other gentleman that's up here because he looked like he older than us. I could be wrong, but he look like he older than us. Yeah, Papa Wood like older. So I want to ask him something. You still up here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Let me ask you this, and I really want this answer because this answers a lot of things too. So so let me ask you, how old are you?
68.
So rap culture didn't influence you in the beginning. What was the first thing that influenced you as a child?
What age? What age? Because
let's say between 12 and 15. Was it movies?
Okay.
Was it what?
It was music. It was music.
What kind of music was it at that time?
It was R&B. There was no such thing as rap again in that period. There was rap in the 40s, but there was none in the 50s or the 60s or the 70s until the 80s.
Facts.
Yes, sir.
So but there was crime where you was at, right? Correct?
Yes, I was born and raised in St. Louis, Missouri. Cutthroat, Missouri.
I already know how St. Louis get. I got a lot of homies from East St. Louis. I already know how that get down. So let me ask you this.
Okay.
Go ahead.
We made East St. Louis famous for all the crime we took across that river and committed and was able to go back across the bridge and nobody would be looking for us.
That's a fucking fact.
Now, also in East St. Louis, my cousin is famous for being the first black woman to own her own business in East St. Louis. But what you're talking about the downtown area. And when we first started going over there, them cats didn't even know how to shoot marbles, not even think about being violent or doing crimes or being association related or youth drinking. They weren't doing none of that stuff when we invaded that place, man, in 1973. It was still a nice quiet town. Go ahead.
So I'm glad you're here because I got a few questions for you. Pardon me, I'm not meaning to interrupt. I'm making a point, and you're gonna make it for me. And sure. It's not a bad point; it's a good point. But so with you saying that, do you think that hip hop introduction, not now, do you think it increased the crime rate?
No.
Facts. You're exactly right. So when do you? So if hip hop didn't directly increase the crime rate, what do you think the difference was back when you was young? Did you have an OG? Let's ask that.
Yeah.
What did your OD used to tell you? Just some random things.
Okay, stand at attention.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I was 9 years old, I was inducted into the Black Liberation Army, which was designed to stop Black people from being ignorant and thought of as non-citizens. In other words, I was raised for the race war that never occurred. I was taught to be smarter than the white man. I was taught that the white man was brought over here as a slave and we was already here. And then we lost the damn war And next thing you know, somebody conspired to whitewash the whole thing over, and it ruined us. It ruined us. We believe that bullshit. Sorry, man. That you hit that chord. But go ahead.
Nah, it's because so I say all that to say this. I don't think hip hop directly influences the culture, especially not. Well, I don't think there was a. I don't think it started off as that because a lot of times they like to throw this shit on hip hop and say, "Nah,
No, no.
I think them youngins started doing that because they lacked guidance." Because that's why. And you got to the point that I wanted to make. So the guidance when you joined that liberation, it was something that you believed in, and I'm sure there was somebody that you looked up to that was a
All
part
the
of it that
OGs.
gave you the knowledge, right?
All the OGs.
So
We
guess
was
what's right? Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
we was actually raised to be soldiers
All
to
right,
protect
guess what's raising our generation right now?
um shit.
The music. This drill shit is infectious.
Yeah, what
For you to be a real nigga, and this contributes to why I say we fail. For you to be a real nigga now, you gotta spin on your ops. You gotta fuck another nigga bitch. I don't even like calling women that, but we
yeah,
talking
I
about
don't
the
know that.
thoughts.
But
You gotta
but,
mess with another man, woman. You gotta
yeah.
you gotta be on
You gotta
drugs.
be cool.
You
You
gotta
gotta
be
do the
cool.
shit to be cool is what you're
So
saying.
So I'm glad you said that, my G. That
Yeah,
word
yeah.
cool, what the fuck does that really mean?
What
Just
is
like street
cool?
rules. Yo, you know
Yeah,
how long that I abided by street rules? And you know how dumb I was? I abided by
yeah,
street rules for half of my fucking life because I was raised by the streets, right?
yeah. Yeah.
I came in the military, so I did time in the military, right? The
I can
military was
tell.
trying to,
I can tell. I can
yeah,
tell.
the military tried to erase all of that. They couldn't erase all of that. But what
Yeah,
they could do and what they did do is they capitalized off of that street kid and taught me discipline. I never knew discipline
yeah,
until
yeah,
the military. You know what I mean? And to be honest, the first spout of discipline that I learned was in jail. Because you can't
yeah.
do what you want to do in jail. In
Nope.
prison, you got to do what they say do. So the
Yeah,
military
yeah,
is synonymous with that. So
yeah,
I I say that to say at the end of the day, if they think that our people is that easily conformed by just what they hear or face value, they're wrong. But what they gotta understand is they're that easily to be influenced because they don't have anything influencing them. Everything
right.
has to be a progression. This influenced me, and that influenced. Well, if we doing what we're supposed to do, you influence me, I influence another one. That another
Yeah,
one, we didn't have that in our culture. That's why we
yeah,
don't have no generational wealth.
yeah. And see, I was gonna flip that to see if in fact what I felt about you was true, but without flipping it, you spoke it because I'm a veteran. I'm a veteran.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Where I'm from, I didn't think I was gonna live to be 21.
That's a fact. That was me too. We got that in
Okay,
common. We got that in
because
common.
my being older, that much older than y'all, there was no such thing as free guns running them down the street. You know who did that? J. Edgar Hoover. You know who J. Edgar Hoover was? I ain't just asking you. I'm asking everybody.
Yeah,
Anybody
no,
can
I'm gonna answer it in a crazy way because I know who he is. He the one who set Kennedy up to get killed. People
answer.
don't like to
Exactly.
hear that though. They don't like to
Not,
hear that one though.
oh, I got the worst of stuff that we as people don't want to hear. J. Edgar Hoover being the head of the FBI
The first
not
one.
only set up Kennedy, but he's the one that brought drugs and guns to the metropolis areas, and he was black. He did it to kill all black people.
Yes. Why you
He
think they
did it.
set up Fred Hampton?
Yeah.
Fred Hampton,
Huey
he
P.
ain't do
Newton
shit.
and the Black
Yeah,
Panthers, you
yeah.
know, and this
But
Crip
Fred.
blood bullshit in Southern California and all the dope and the crack.
All
He,
right, so let me ask you. I'm sorry, pardon me, but let me ask you this because I think I know where you're getting ready to go. So let me ask you this because we gotta have points where we go back.
yeah,
So also, if that generational influence is lacked, right?
yeah,
That brings a culture of people that's acting on their own independent mind, which is
yeah,
the direct ingredients for gangs. Because now you can get black people to go
yeah,
against black people because they don't have nobody.
yeah,
So if you kill off, so damn, OG right here is man, he hitting the nail on the nose. He took it back. But he just reminded me of something. So they killed off all our leaders because they didn't want us to keep passing this knowledge.
yeah,
So
They were
when you
all
don't pass
set up.
knowledge, go ahead.
Yeah. They were all set up by J. Edgar Hoover's criminals.
Yeah, he
24
didn't want.
shots put in
Yeah,
Malcolm X after he came back here from Mecca to tell the whole black culture that, hey, stop hating the white man. We're their ancestors. Work with the white man so that you can influence him as to what he do. You ever seen that movie Django? But Django or Django? B
yeah,
Django?
I've seen it. I've seen
Okay.
it.
What is really being portrayed there is the black man behind the curtain. Does that make sense? We've
Yeah,
seen
like
all these other slave movies over time and take Roots, throw it in the trash can because that guy got sued for plagiarism, the untruth. Roots was a lie. But in Django, what you had to see there was that my favorite black actor was that was really his shit. And he had that white man as the puppet. You
yo,
know
you
how
want
I
me to tell
know
you
that?
something? Go ahead.
You know how I know that? Because that's what my family, my indigenous ancestors had to do.
What happened? Homie must have fell off.
Yeah, he'll pop back up. I'm about to
Nah,
drop the link in a minute.
you know
Now I
when
know
you
where y'all was going. My fault was I had to walk my people to the elevator and shit. I'm gonna drop the
oh
link
nah
in a
nah you
second.
good, you good. You know what
Nah, it's not being the
OG
mic.
got a lot of knowledge, man. That's why I like to
Yeah.
listen to people like that, man, because he was here before we was here. So
No. Man. Listen, that's the bro right there. That's why I said, you know, hence why I said it goes to another point I was saying. That some people, regardless to what part of the tracks they came from, they work and still trying to make positive change. But I said
nah,
it
that's
hurts
a figure.
sometimes. It hurts sometimes when you got, like I said, sometimes you gotta get out of that fucking crabs in the barrel mentality. I'm hip to a lot of shit, bro. I'm not even that young. I'm not even proud of me. I'm shoot. Like I said, I'm just tired of seeing certain shit and some things I just generally speak on regardless. And this is just me in real time. And whether people
Nah,
want
but
to
you
hear
got
that shit or not, you're gonna hear it. That's just coming from
nah,
me.
you got something going though, man. 'Cause I'm gonna tell you, like, so I've been a part of all these big platforms, you know what I mean, and it's cool, but I don't like all the rhetoric sometimes. You know what I mean? Like when we start getting to the nucleus of what we really here to do and what we really here to influence. Those are the type of conversations I like being involved in. You know what I mean? And I think your platform is a breeding ground, is a growing ground for that. So, like what OG was saying, man, he proved my whole point. If you don't have no generational crossover as far as influence on the youth, it makes them very easy to be manipulated, right? So when you're easy to be manipulated, it's the same as me. Well, I would say us. I of course it was easy. So my father wasn't there. My mother worked all these jobs and we still lived in the projects, but she did that for us to at least have something to eat, right? But guess what? Being in the projects, I have two options. Either I eat or I get ate. Pause. That's just the way it is. Either you
Well,
fall or you survive. So when you survive, you gotta adapt to your environment and become part of the jungle. You heard? So what OG was kind of saying is that when he started this right before he got cut off, he was start talking about Crips and Blood. So this is where the gang shit happened. The
yeah.
gangs provided more of a family basis for us than our own families. But even they was manipulating us. Because they knew we didn't have nothing, we came from nothing, and we was dangerous. So if you get that malleable mind and you were able to fold that in its inception, you can make a killer, man. But he killing for all the wrong reasons. When all he ever really wanted was love. Yeah, it's all he
Yeah.
ever really wanted. I say love is
Nah,
not.
it's a whole fact.
Love is an emotion, man. That shit ain't nothing that's valuable to you. It's an emotion. Now, I'm not saying don't love people, but I'm saying love and loyalty is two different things. Loyalty is an action that has to be proven. Because I could say I love you and do everything under the sun, and still be like, but I love you. So what is that love worth? And I genuinely can really love you, but I'm loving you for the wrong reasons. But I can be loyal to you for all the wrong reasons too. But to be loyal to something means you have to have everything else: respect, love. You have to put it before you in a lot of instances. You know what I mean? So I take loyalty over love any day, but that's what we lacked in the Black community. We had no loyalty. We wasn't even loyal to the generation behind us because we never even thought about them. So when I say that, I'm not shitting on our generation or theirs. I'm just saying we got to be real about it. We wasn't really loyal to the generation behind us because we didn't even feel like we was going to be here. I can speak for that. I didn't think I would live to see 41 years old, bro. I thought I was gonna die at 20 or whatever, 19, like they was telling me. Now, I've been through all of this, but I learned it early. But some people don't learn it early. It takes some people to wake up for a long time. Like, I'm gonna ask you a question. This is gonna be crazy. Let's get to some funny shit right quick.
Go ahead.
Is it absolutely ridiculous if you hear Mano and Jim Jones say "We set the trends"? Make a song like that?
I ain't even been. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I ain't been too in tune with certain songs. It ain't shit that I really fuck with, even if it's a classic shit. It ain't nothing that I'm really up to date with.
All right. Well, let me ask you this: if me and you made a song, right, called "We Set the Trends" in 2022,
yeah,
I don't even know how old you are, but I'm in my 40s.
I just turned 38. I just turned 38.
Okay, so you right there, you in the demographic. So we make a song called "We Set the Trends." What are we telling our young people?
Shit, at least I'm gonna be telling them shit. We set the trends as far as we broke out of certain things. We got out of these curses that we thought for a fact was a truth when we know it was a myth, like what you was just saying. And all in all, we set the trend as far as now. We set the trend as far as we did. That's just like we both doing for our community. We are setting the trend, right? Exactly. So that could be a song right there. Nigga, talk about the trends we did as far as what we did in the hood as far as actually giving back one way or another.
I agree with that. Because I was getting ready to say, so only thing I don't, so the only thing and I use them as an example, and I'm not attacking them because I fucks with them, but I'm using them for example right now. I feel like they still trying to be young niggas. You're not a young nigga no more, man, and it's okay. But you know what? Nobody told us it was okay. Nate, who taught us about being old niggas? Nobody taught us that shit. They taught us about being young niggas and being dangerous at that time. Nobody said, hey, man, when you 40 years old, this is how you got to. We never had that, bro. I think we keep ignoring the fact of that. Like, I never had a nigga growing up in the street. So I grew up as the typical stigma. Project, in and out of jail, mom on Section 8. You know what I mean? Pops, he's gone. They did shit for us. Typical, you know what I mean? Only difference I had is that when I went, I kept going back and forth to jail, man. I've been to jail more times than I can count on both my hands. I've never been to prison, though. Thank God. But I've been to jail so many times, bro. And the last time I got out of jail, when I went to see the judge, he was like, man, you need to go in the military, man. Like, you need to. He said, and the next time I see you, I'm sending you to prison. So I went in the military. So that's the only difference. By the time I was 19, I kind of had that.
Yeah.
But they taught me what they wanted to teach me, and the manipulation to, and OG will tell you, and the manipulation to get us on the side of standing for the country. But you know what? They got a great formula of how they do that. If we could incorporate that formula, I'm telling you, OG will agree with me. If we could incorporate this formula with our people, OG will tell them how dangerous we would be.
We would take this country back. And that's what they don't want. Okay, let's look at where we're at. Here we are not talking bad about no other black person. We ain't talking about killing their mama and their daddy. We ain't talking about shoving nobody's head down the toilet, right?
Mm-hmm.
But on those channels where that goes down, those channels are so fucking big because they influence the algorithm of this white man's business that's probably owned by a black man, so they send people that direction.
That's 100. That's
You
100.
know what
You're
I'm
right.
saying? They promote that. They promote that fake violence, like you were saying about TV. Do y'all ever heard of Amos and Andy? It's a way.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Do
Yeah.
you know? Do you know that that program was created because in the 30s and 40s they used to call what was known as blackface. These white people would put the black shoe polish on their face
You
and
talking about the coon stuff.
the
That's how
coon
coon.
shit, that coon
Yeah, I
shit,
remember.
right?
Hmm.
Do you know that Amos and Andy had two white men pretending to be those black people we was looking at in my day? And we
Oh, I
and we
did.
was we tried to practice talking that fucked up black language. Cause
That was Amos and Andy?
yeah, it was two white guys that was pretending to be their voices. You heard of Nilly Vanilli, right? And
Uh-huh.
what we found out about them that it wasn't them singing the songs. It was two white guys singing the songs. It was just using their faces. Well, that's what Amos and
That's
Andy was
crazy.
about, and that's what this country tries to perpetrate. That they know that everything they have is because of us, but if they don't tell us that it's because of us, we will keep acting like where we belong is in jail, as your slaves. See, because when you commit any kind of crime and they're able to elevate that up to a prison term for your black ass, because they got laws that pertain to just us, and it ain't called just us. It's designed to get us back into slavery, which we, so that you understand, weren't the first slaves to this country. Nate
No,
knows
that's a
that from
fact.
watching my podcast. That's the way I
Nah, I
talk.
know. I know that too. I travel, so I know. I
Yeah.
know a little bit.
So what you said about the military, I don't know what branch were you in.
I was in Army.
Okay, what was your job in the army?
It's crazy, man. They gave me the job of ammunition.
Huh?
I was a 55 Bravo. I was an ammo guy.
Okay. Okay. Great. I appreciate that because I was infantry. Okay.
Oh,
And
you was
so what?
11 bang bang.
Yeah. So in essence, what you said, about how they forged your mind to support this country. Well, I wasn't in that army. I was in this other army where I got to go to school. I got a master's degree from being in the infantry. Can you believe that shit?
No, I definitely can. Especially nowadays within the,
No, this was back in 1979. I got out of the service in 79 and was able to convert those infantry training that I received into college credits, along with the college credits I already had before I went in there, and a couple at this community college and this certified 2-year college to go and take all that and get a master's degree in business management,
how long
occupational
though?
skills training.
Was that before the 2000s?
Yeah, 1979.
Oh, that's crazy, man. I've never heard. You the first person I've ever heard say that.
Because I was the only person that did that shit. I was the only motherfucker that had the sense enough to do it. You know,
Man, that's
you
crazy.
know where I come from. I left St. Louis because I refused to kill black people. I said I've been trained to kill white people that want to pull some 1920 Oklahoma shit on us. There's some white cops that just want to come up and start releasing dogs on us and turning on water hoses and beating us with sticks. I was raised to fight that fucking war if that's what they wanted to come to our borders. Detroit, Chicago, uh, New York, that organization stretched against all of those major cities. Said, let a Klan rally be known where we could go in Klan garment with sunglasses on and gloves and kill a bunch of them. They wouldn't have no idea that black people did it because we'd have their shit on, their sheets and shit. We would look like white people. We just open fire and just kill all kind of motherfucking racist ass white people.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you. You want me to tell you the ultimate amount of power that they got? You want me to tell you how they got us? So I'm gonna start off with saying this. One of my cousins, man. And I always say allegedly just to keep, I don't know,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I feel you.
allegedly.
I
He
feel you.
he he pimp bitches, right? And I say bitches for because I'm talking about the lowest of the lowest. I ain't talking about our queens because we got queens too.
Mhm.
I'm talking
You
about
talking
he
about
pimped.
the game? You talking about in
Yeah,
the hustle?
I'm talking
You
about
know.
the thought. So he pimped thoughts or whatever, right? And
Hmm.
he told me something long ago. He said, man, because I asked him one day, I was like, man, how do you get a woman to do something for you that she can do for herself and take all
Hmm.
the money for herself? And he said, man, you take over the mind and the body will follow.
Yep.
And when he first told me that, I didn't, it sounds smooth like some pimp shit. I'm like,
Hmm.
yeah.
Hmm.
But I had to really, yeah,
free your mind, and your ass will follow.
yeah. But I had to dwell on that for years and years. And I'm gonna give you an example. I'm gonna get to the point I was gonna say. Nate, let me ask you a question. Do you think if we got all the Crips, all the GDs, all the Bloods, all the Latin Kings, whatever gang that's predominantly black, and we sat them in the room, we said, you know what, we only want the black people in this gang. So
Hmm.
let's say just Bloods, Crips, and GDs, right? We only want the black blood, Crip, and GDs. And we sat them in the room and we made them watch Roots. We made them watch how they used to gun us down with water holes and all that. Do you think that after watching all of that, that they will still go out and kill each other?
Yep.
I believe so. I
Yes,
believe
you're
half.
right.
One
I believe so.
one
And
thing I
yet,
want to share with
look,
you,
look, 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 look. Let me ask you a question though, and then I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna mute my shit. Why is that, OG?
because you wouldn't be done showed all those black people nothing that would sway their mind to turn the power on and open up the lights. Because for one, like I was going to tell you, for one, Roots was a fake. That guy got sued for making that damn movie, telling that lie. You know, goddamn black people came from no fucking Africa as slaves to America. They took native people and turned us into slaves and took us to foreign countries and shit. Roots didn't have. That's why it wouldn't resonate in a black person's head to change because
Yep.
somewhere in your brain matter you know that Roots wasn't true. So pick something different or
Well,
let me.
the big thing why we know that, because we know that the Native Americans were here.
We're the
We know
Native
that.
American, okay? We are. That's it.
Well, that's true if you think about we only come from three different races. You know what those are, right?
Uh, Depends on what you was taught, because I was taught it's
The car.
Africanoid, Caucasoid, and Mongoloid.
Yes, correct. That's
Oh
what I was
damn!
taught.
Give that
Yeah,
boy a
I know
star.
what you're talking about. I know
Give
what you.
Mister,
So
give that man in
look,
the back a star. That old motherfucker with the gray hair that shouldn't even be in this class. Give him a star for the day. Okay, go ahead, my brother.
you know why? That's why I brought that up because you're right. That would prove that Native American and all that we are all we the original people.
Yep,
That's
yep,
that's what I think so you just brought out another side of it. That's I was just bringing out the kind of the cliche side. You brought out a deeper side that a lot of people might not understand until they really find themselves and find out what the human race really is. But I was just bringing out the light side of saying that they wouldn't do that because they were manipulated, just like that pimp manipulated that bitch.
yeah,
White people manipulated us into thinking whatever they wanted us to. So
yeah,
I'm gonna tell y'all something. We all could be looking at something at the same time, the same imagery,
yeah,
but we all have a difference in how we see that shit,
yeah.
right?
Hey, yeah. Hey, when I was in the first grade, that book about Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water,
Mm-hmm.
and when the teacher asked, "What does that mean?" Everybody has something different to say. Like what you just said,
That's a
nobody could
fact.
see it the same way. Jack and Jill just went up the hill and to fetch a pail of water. There was motherfuckers that couldn't grasp what the word fetch meant. Some people thought it meant throw the bucket of water on Jack or snatch it away from Jill or run down the other side of it. But they never understood that Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack fell down and broke his crown, and Jill fell immediately after. Nobody could grasp that it was a simple story. Two people went up the hill to get some water. One of them fell down, the other one stumbled over the top of them, and damn, they both wound up at the bottom of the hill. What was so
So
difficult to get about that?
I look at that in two different ways, right? So the first way I look at it as to get to that story, right?
Mm-hmm.
So to get to that story, that means you would have to have a people that So I feel like anytime you repeat something to different people, it's gonna come out different. But
Mhm.
it'll never come out so far fetched away from what it was started to be. And I say that to say this because that might sound confusing. What I mean, if we were talking about a goddamn Jack and Jill,
Mhm.
by the time it reached 1,000, it'll still be Jack and Jill. They'd just be doing. It would have went from getting the water to they was up there fucking to they would, you know what I mean? You see what I'm saying? But
Fighting.
the premise would be
Yep.
Jack and Jill. You see what I'm
Yep.
saying?
Yep.
So, and then I look at it in the way of we, like I've been saying since I got up here, we haven't really started no stories and told nobody nothing. So they carry it with rumors.
Yep.
So it's almost just as bad as even but the only thing is that it's a tight knit community. So if white people definitely are more wealthier than black people now. I'm not saying within the era because people don't realize that black people were just as wealthy with Black Wall Street, but they don't know that. They got to go look for that information. That's the reason that they destroyed us because we were just as wealthy as them at that time. You know what I mean? We was on the rise to being more wealthier than them, so they had to do something. But that's a whole nother conversation. But if we were, we don't pass stories. We just kind of, and I don't know what it is, and I think that's our main problem because if we pass stories the way we're supposed to do, and we did things how it was designed to do, we would be not only a wealthy people, but we would have the information. So the reason why they didn't know, like you said, what Jack and Jill did, and they were so confused, they didn't have the information.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm getting at,
Mm-hmm.
though?
Yeah, exactly. And what you're saying is in the military or in prison, because I have a partner man that always wants to bring up the fact that he spent decades in the prison, whereas he tried to say that, man, I'm a convict. I said, nigga, I'm a trained combat infantry soldier. What the fuck are you trying to say to me? Oh well, man, yeah, that's the military is a lot like being in prison. I said, no, it ain't. If you're in the infantry, your ass is training to kill people every
Yeah,
day.
you training to kill. Yeah.
Training to kill people every day. But beside that, now this goes back to what you originally said. If you're in the infantry, if you're in the military, period, you come in as nobody.
Mm-hmm.
You get your basic training, and then you get to go to an outfit that will teach you your skill in there.
That's a
And
fact.
if you can't see how you can take that skill back to civilian life, then nobody cares. But boy, if you can, because what the military teaches us, no matter what branch, is that I'm a private today, and here your brand new ass come in here. Guess who outranks who right now? I outrank you because
That's a fact.
for that 2 months I've already been here, there's 2 months of shit you don't know. And I'm gonna teach you that 2 months of shit and get you up to speed with me. Because we're gonna be working side by side no matter what branch we're in, supply, ammunition, arms, scout, whatever. It's you and me, bro. I'm not going to turn against you. Oh, yeah, that new kid, that brand new kid. You teach him what you've learned and get him up to speed so I can start teaching him what I'm teaching you as I'm being taught. See how that
See,
went?
yeah, but you know what? So one thing that that I learned while I was in the military is that I used to try to compare it to hood shit, and it's just definitely not a comparison to that because
You
it's
did
so
what?
much.
You did what?
I used to try to compare it to the hood, like
Oh
you know
yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah.
I've been to Iraq and shit too, so I used to that shit is nothing like the hood, yo.
No, it ain't.
Yo Nate, this shit is this shit is crazy, nigga. I was like, what the fuck? Niggas is bombing and you can't see shit. You don't know. Yo, that shit is so different, bro. But I used to be like, man, I'm from the hood, nigga. I'm from the streets. I'm from the P's. I could be, nigga. That shit is different. But I'm gonna tell you something. I learned if we had they coach over here, niggas wouldn't be able to handle it. Cause you know what? So I went to Germany. That was the first place they sent me, right?
Mm.
I was getting in mad trouble over there. But
Not fitting in, huh?
Nah, I was in Vilsec by Graf, Vilsec Graf area.
What was going on there that you wasn't fitting in?
Because I was beating niggas the fuck up. I used to beat niggas the hell up in basic training because I would be around all these country white boys. You probably
Yeah.
already knew I was gonna say this. These
Yeah,
country
I was
white
trying to
boys
get
that
you to
be
say
like,
that, man, because your nature. I know your
yeah,
nature.
these white
Go ahead.
boys was just so country, but they was like gorilla fed, man. Like tell you white boys you hit in the face, he'd be like, yeah. I mean, we used to have to really beat these dudes up.
Yeah, would fight you back. Them
Yeah,
kind
they'll
of white
fight you
boys.
back. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So when I got to Germany, it's no guns or nothing, man. I didn't know that country was like it was. And it's the women love
black
black
men.
men.
You know
So
why? Because they ancestrally they were real black conscious in Germany.
really? I ain't
Yeah,
never heard that.
that guy,
Damn.
that guy named Hitler. That guy named
Yeah.
Hitler.
hmm
He was killing black Jews. You know why? Because they was fucking all the women, and they were black, and everybody looked up to him. Everywhere you looked, there was a black statue here, a black sign there, a black this, a black that, and then he read about the genocide America whitewashed over of done killed all these Indians that were Jafar Jews, and Hitler thought America should join this war with us because they did the same thing. They done killed off black Jews too. So we'll just kill off enough black Jews to get them interested in getting with us.
You about to go make me do some research.
Yes,
Just a
sir.
look. Yeah, I'm about to do some research with what you just said. I didn't know Hitler. Well, I did know the premise of Hitler, and I knew that I need to
In
go.
his
No,
book,
I need to
in
go
his
back
book,
and I need to go back and look at that story because I'm familiar with some of what you said, but not in depthly.
yeah, in his book, in Mein Kampf, he talks about I can't understand why is America mad at us and joining these other guys when we ain't doing nothing different than what they did. And you don't understand what he's talking about. What do they do? Because all they ever show you on TV and all those fucking movies, all those documentaries, is all these white people that suffered this, killed that, but over here they're saying Jew. But
Right.
those are just white people. Them ain't Jews. Them
Nah,
ain't
that's a fact.
Jews. You got to
That's a
look at
fact.
the real war and you'll see that he was killing black, Jafaric, Moorish Jews, Germans, Scandinavians, Hungarians, Russians, black. And he thought that if America did that over here, which was a lie, they didn't really. If America did that, then we would come and help him win over what's known as Asia. You know that Europe, Central Europe, is considered to be Asia Minor, then Asia proper, then Far East Asia. That's what Toothless Tiger. That's why she always makes that reference about us being Asiatics, because that's what that part of this world was called. It's called Asia, and so in reality, that shook me. Like it might be shaking some of y'all. You might not believe that shit that I'm saying. That no, man, them were white people. No, white people ain't never had no damn religion. Where you think religion came from? North Africa. The Greeks brought it over, but it was already here in the Americas because it came from here and it went there. That's more now information. Hey, let me stop talking. What I'm trying to say, my brother. What was your name again? Because I don't like talking to people. And, I'm real bad
Black
at remembering.
Black
Black.
Soul.
Yeah. Black.
Yeah, Black Soul.
Yeah, Black Cell. Okay, now I remember when I went and signed up. I subbed up to you. Hey, what we need to be doing as a people is, and I didn't want to really say this because so many people
Nah, speak your truth. Speak your
is
truth
that
though.
we need to do everything we can to help each other with whatever little bit we know. Maybe something I said here, like if you go to McDonald's, if you have an affluent black person or just I can't even say average no more because the average white person they can't even run this goddamn country right no more. We need to start educating and elevating black youth to become the leaders of this damn country. So if you went to McDonald's and said, "Hey, Mr. McDonald's, I'm trying to get these black kids off the street, get them educated and enlightened, and teach them how to be small business. Can you help me?" Well, what do you need? I need to use that room you got right there to have little, I want to get a bunch of dictionaries and make sure that, these young kids know how to read. They know words that they haven't seen yet. So they'll be less fooled by what they read or in the newspaper or see it on the news on TV, because that's where our brainwashing comes from, is TV and news and sports. You got the commentators, he's already brainwashed. So what the fuck you think is gonna come out of his mouth when he's talking about society or socialism, you know? It's
Yeah, but see, that's why like that's one of the reasons I fuck with Nate, right? So
Me too.
coming up in this YouTube world and being a part of, some of these platforms now, they got 10,000, 15,000, whatever. I see what I like and what I don't like. But when I look at platforms, so I'm supposed to be on the grind for mine right now, but I'm too, I'm one of them people that I'm gonna contribute, as I feel necessary, is if I believe in it, right? So Nate's platform is one of the ones. I ain't on here every day, but I try to always reach back because I met him through one of my homies that I follow, and we go back from some of them platforms that. So I look at it as anybody that's trying to encourage and trying to, inspire, and will take the time out of his day, out of his life, that he don't know how much life he got left, but to
Yeah.
use that time to inspire people, I fucks with you because that's what I'm trying to do. So I watch Nate shit, and I've watched him just one on ones, and he just kicking game and kicking knowledge. He may not know that. I don't text him after that, be like, yeah, I see him, but you know what? I'm watching because I gotta find my camaraderie, my compadre on here. I gotta find the people that's trying, because we supposed to make a movement. So that's coming to what you were saying, OG. We supposed to be doing that and being collectively inspiring the youth. But the problem is we don't know how to do that and sacrifice us being cool. Because it might not be too cool for me to point this out. I might gotta. So I'm in my 40s, right? I'm
Yeah.
41 right. I'm 41 right now, right? I got to
Mhm.
get on here talking about beating people up, pulling my gun out, and doing all that. Now, let me mind you, that's supposed to be entertainment for this generation, but I'm falling victim to the same shit that they're doing. For one, and number two is, why am I going to come do that on the internet when I know that's indicting me? I know allegedly all of those things that they're doing right now, I really did that, and I'm gonna make this point. I don't have to come on no fucking line with no camera to tell people I would do this and do that to you, or I've done this and done that. Because first of all, I've already done whatever I've done, and God saw fit for me, the Most High saw fit for me to still be here. If you want to know about that shit, go ask them niggas that was there with me. Did he do that? Did he do that? I'm not gonna sit here and prove to you. I'm not gonna yell and scream and argue with you about who's the most hood, because I already know what I'm capable of. So a
Yeah.
man, a man that already knows what he's capable of, he doesn't have to overextend himself. I don't gotta scream through this camera to make you think I'm so hood. I know what I do. Pull up if it's that. Because if you come to threaten my family, you gotta know. Any man. If you come to threaten any man's family, you gotta know you're not leaving there. So what are
Mhm.
we doing? Let's keep that shit on here and talk with this, but we can't do that. And that's the reason we can't get to what you're saying. Where we can't get to a collective where we all are influencing and helping the youth. Because we all know, OG, the whole goal of any of this shit for any nigga that's over a certain age, 30 or better, is
Mhm.
to influence the youth. And if you don't know that, you're still fucking lost.
Yeah.
So we
But
all we all should know that that's the game,
let
to
me throw an
influence the youth.
expression on you. You triggered in my mind. Let me throw an expression on you, and save this. Put this to work, cause
Hmm.
cause I salute you. I salute you, man. My son is 43, and I keep saying to people, man, y'all should be talking to my son, but no, my son ain't me.
Yeah,
You know, he's
that's
my
a fact.
hero, but he ain't me. He
Bro,
ain't did the
bro.
shit I've done. Cause you see how I've been talking all this time. A lot of people would misconstrue, like this one kid is what I'm trying to get at. I try to talk short and keep my voice down. But there's one kid on somebody else's platform, man. You know, when I'm wearing the cap, and then he's up there, and to me he was making us look bad. So I
Well,
spoke up for him, say, hey man, in St. Louis, blah blah blah. And then that little idiot had the nerve to say to me, "You ain't from no St. Louis." And then being a psychic, I peeped it. Oh man, this is Black People TV. I'm on Black People TV on this fucking internet. You know, like those black TV shows they have,
yeah.
where you got these black people got these great big ass nice looking houses, giant ass bedrooms, but it looked like somebody need to come in and hang some of them clothes up, which is that's a prop
So
because
you a good judge of character too then.
yes sir, yeah,
Okay. See, I'm like that. I'm like that. And you
yeah,
know what's crazy is I ain't mean cut you off, but you so I like talking to energies that's similar because certain things you say or certain things I might say spawns different energy in your brain. You be like, you know what I mean? And that's important that we do that. That's why these conversations are necessary. But I will say this, I've always said this to anybody. So I said all of that about like you said, the young guy, you felt like his energy was off or whatever. When I challenge people and I say I don't have to sit here and yell with you and tell you I'm this and that off the internet, you know why? I know my energy is pure. And I know
yep.
that anybody that can read energy or feel anything or that's been around me, they're gonna tell you the same. I have a genuine energy, and the most genuine part about my energy is that I'm really on this path that I think the Most High put me on to help people and to talk to people.
You are,
And
you
I
are.
don't. Sometimes I like to and Nate, you up here? Nate.
Stop asking me questions, man. Finish talking.
Nah, because and you know what? He feels my energy if I say this and he already felt it. So one of the reasons, like I said, when I watch Nate and I see him talking and he do his one-on-ones, it matches my energy 100% because it's like, man, and it ain't no, so anybody can get up here and do whatever they want and be disingenuous and just, and people got to read it for what it is. But I can feel that shit, man. I know if you just, first of all, I could tell the setting you in. I could tell what you're talking about, just your whole vibe and everything, and then what you do after. So people are so caught in the now, they forgot what they did before and what they did after. So because when you're judged, you're not just judged off what you did now, what you did last. You judged off of your past, what you was doing then, and what you did up until your demise or whatever. So people be forgetting that. So you can't see any consistency with the way that people, you know what I mean? A lot of these fake people that come up here. So when I see consistency and I see that it's something in them to do this, because it takes a lot to do this, because this shit ain't just. So one of the reasons I strayed away from it is because I was like, man, I was on the platform. I've been up here for about a year now consistently with doing this because I used to do music. But when I first started rocking with 050, that was one of the main focuses where I was on the internet, right? So being up here so long, and seeing that, man, it kind of helped me. But in the beginning, I was like, man, I want to speak real shit, but I'm not just going to be speaking into a camera, just feeling like I'm just talking to a lost audience that's either there or not there, or listening or not listening. But I had to realize the same way I'm sure Nate realized. Even if you're talking and there's 3 people in that room, who knows how? Let me give y'all an example. All right, I'm gonna get off of that. I'm gonna tell you an example, right? I just got to follow. I was doing music for a long time. I was signed and all that. As I got older, I kind of strayed away from it. There was a dude on my I think he's still on there too, on my YouTube page. He was like, man, I had to find you through this dude and this other dude, but man, I'm so happy I finally found you because I found this whatever song it was. And he was like, man, this is like, I fucks with it. It's like the shit changed my life or whatever the case may be. So even if I make a video and I'm talking to 5 people or 6 people or whatever, I feel like God put it on my heart that that's going to reach the masses no matter how it does. And I know that people who are serious about doing this, I can feel it, because sometimes this shit takes away from your life, man.
What
Anytime
you
you're doing
doing?
something for somebody else, you take away from your life doing for them.
Well,
And
you're supposed to. You know,
I really feel like that.
because here's a train of thought. The Holy Spirit's got to look over all of us, good, bad, or indifference, right?
Hmm.
And if you need some particular help, then the Spirit's got to stop helping others and come help you, and then get back to helping others after it's done helped you. And if you don't hurry up and take the help, it's got to take more time to help you until you get it that you're getting help. But in the meantime, it's ignoring everybody else on this planet, all the dogs, all the cats, all the trees, all the birds, everything, the air that we're breathing, and the dust and the gas that makes up who we are. It's got to stop doing all that to focus itself on you.
Yo,
Does it ever not do that for you?
nah, I'm about to mess y'all up. Something just came to my brain just now when you said that. I swear, I promised. So that's the reason they made some of us, because they don't got to get there as fast. I'm gonna stop there, man. Yeah, man, hold on, man. Nah, think about what I just said though.
You better say that again because you kind of got me.
That's the reason that they made some of us.
Yep.
So
Yep.
they don't have to get there as fast, because they know you
Yep.
got it and tell you, man, come on, man.
Yep. Because look, at 20 years old, man, I died on the operating table having an injury I received when I was 9 years old from my knee. A great big old cyst grew up on it, and I hid it from my mama for 11 years, man. But on that operating table, man, you know, I didn't know it, but they said I died. They said my heart stopped for 6 seconds. But in that 6 seconds, to me, I was upstairs, man. I was all sitting ready to go. I was going in, man. I was finished. I was out of here before that shit got any more crazy, man. I done made it. I'm going to heaven. It's over. It's over. I made it. And man, when it got to me, my turn, when I got up to the front of the line, whoever that person was, it looked like he was forever. I couldn't even bend my head back far enough to see. All I could see was that he pointed to the left. And something said to me, go left. So I just turned my little weak ass. I'm like, damn, they're gonna send me to hell, man. I knew I shouldn't have stole that money. I knew I shouldn't have snorted that coke. I knew I shouldn't have smoked that weed when I was 9. All this shit I said to myself, oh man, I knew I shouldn't have did all that shit. Now they're gonna send me to hell. So I get over there, then the spirit comes over me, and this big old glow comes on me and says, you're not done yet. Get back in there. And oh, by the way, take these so-called angel demons with you. You're gonna need them. And then all of a sudden, I heard these chains rattling and shit. And I thought for sure God done sent my ass to hell for my
Yo,
my
you know
bad.
what's crazy?
Right?
What's crazy? Nah, he ain't seen you to hell. What's crazy is that a lot of times we don't think about the shit that we read. A lot, when I say us, I'm not just saying us three. I'm saying us, the whole population, right? And you read it in the Bible when the devil was going roaming the earth, and he had a conversation with with God. He was like, they still worship you, blah blah blah. And the conversation was something about, well, that's because you got a hold over them. And he was like, well, I'll give you one. I'll take off my power of God off of him, my most loyal servant, and I want you to go test him and see if he ever
Yeah,
says anything
still
bad on my name.
forsake me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and that was Job. So I say that to say, who knows? Like when you had that happen to you, you could have been Job.
yeah.
Man,
He
y'all
did
ain't
it to
y'all ain't
Jesus
listening to me,
too.
man. Y'all ain't listening to me. I don't go to church every Sunday. My mother is a devout Christian. I believe in the Most High, but there's a lot of things I question. But I do feel like God be talking to me, and
Mhm.
but you gotta think about it. Like, who's to say that we weren't Job in the worst points of our life? Because Job, he did everything to that dude, man. The dude lost like his wives, he lost all his crops. He was like considered like one of the richest. He lost everything. He
Yeah,
never and the only thing he said is, God, why you forsake me?
yeah,
And then God saved him in that mist and gave him everything threefold. So who's to say that all of us don't play the role of Job at a point? And when we get that bad, it's like, God, like how you was when you said you died on the table. You probably
yeah.
was like, God, how, man? And then he considered you as Job and brought you back. I don't know what your life is like now, But I would imagine just to have an influence like that happen had to change your life to some degree.
All degrees, 360. I'm like Paul. You know, Paul in the New
Paul was
Testament,
bad. He was bad.
wasn't he? Oh, Saul had to change his name to Paul
Yeah,
according to the scripture. You know, walking down the street had a long history of killing Christians.
that's a
Didn't even
fact.
know
He was a
why. He just
persecutor of Christians.
the Jews told him that Christians was bad, and he's walking down the street and the word came in. Why are you forsaking me, man? Why you doing this to me, man? I ain't did nothing to you. What you mean, man?
Fact.
Right? And then he
Fact.
went to
That's a fact.
prison, and the Corinthians started telling them how bad life was for them. Said, man, I'm locked up in a goddamn prison, chained, and you think you got fucking problems? You better get your head out your ass and do something about yourself. So all of those things mean the same thing. If you think you got it bad, then you ain't doing enough to help somebody else. If you got time to sit and think about how bad your life is, because you ain't doing shit for the Holy Spirit.
It's a fact.
Because if you
Why
do
did
for the Spirit,
Saul?
He'll do for you.
How did Saul become Paul? What had to happen to him?
He had to stop killing Jesus's people and believe. When he didn't believe, Jesus took his ability to walk and made him paralyzed.
It wasn't that.
Okay.
You're right. He did take. Well, I don't know about that portion, but
Well, I mean, tell me the part you got then. Shit.
he took away his sight.
That too.
Yeah,
But he took away his legs first.
So he was like the lame man then.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
He
okay. I
made
didn't
him
know that.
totally
I'm not
devout.
saying. One thing I won't do. I don't never fight nobody about no Bible or nothing that's written because I don't believe
I
half
don't
of that
either.
stuff. Because so
I don't either.
nah, but that might be that if that's a part. I want to know that. But I do know he took away his sight because he said the scales fell off his eyes, and that's when he really. But I kind of compare that to what you said about prison. You know what I mean? When you locked in prison, sometimes you need to be away from the free land. Because I felt the same way when I was in Afghanistan and Iraq. Like I wasn't in prison, but you might as well say I was because I couldn't. But it's worse than prison because niggas can fucking kill me. Like they came here to kill me. You know what I mean? I don't know if I'm going back. So I look at that as sometimes you need to be stripped away of certain things so you can have a certain appreciation of who you are and what you're supposed to do and what you're supposed to be. And I'm gonna tell you, it's not an easy road with what you're supposed to be. So I feel like everybody on this earth, you're born with a purpose, and when your purpose is served, this is just my belief. I believe you die. I don't believe everybody's purpose. I don't believe everybody's purpose.
I believe it. I agree with you that because he ain't
But
gonna
your
let me
purpose-
go
they
until
different, though.
my job is done.
Yeah, but you gotta know though, that job, we don't know the length. Your job might be short, his might be medium, his might be long, his might be pause. But there's no length that associated with that purpose. If you get to that purpose at that time, you're out of here. So that's no easy task figuring out what your purpose is. Because you might feel in the body, in the flesh, like my purpose is this. And it might have something to do with it if you're fortunate. But then the other people the purpose might be total opposite to what they feel like they was blessed the best at. So you might feel like I'm a great football player, but your purpose is like doing something, you know what I mean, totally different. Like my mom's, I happen to have one that's similar, but I don't want it, and I'm not sure. My mom told me I'm going to be a pastor. She always tell me I'm a prophesize and I'm going to be. So I attribute that at my level as being a speaker. So I used to rap. That's what I thought that, I was pretty good. I got signed to a record label. So but as I get older, I get further away from that, but I still talk. That's how I kind of got to the podcast thing. I get to the writing thing and, but I don't think it's to be no pastor. But to be honest with you, if it is, it's kind of similar. I really feel for the people who pray and pray and pray for something, and they don't. So when God talks to me, He don't talk to me like, "Hey, this is God." Yeah, you know what I mean?
Exactly. Exactly.
it resonates in my spirit and in my mind. And I would
Yeah.
like to say I know myself enough to know if I thought that up or if I just, even when I'm high, if I thought that up or if that something is saying, hey, this is this, you know what I mean? And I feel like every time I get those, why I think it's the most high is because it's always some shit that I could have thought of, but I never really just thought of or really did. It's like a thought that it's like you feel dumb, like, man, that came through my mind, but I just kind of blew it off. It comes like, nah, right now, boom. You know what I mean? And so,
Yeah, it's a feeling. It
yeah,
ain't
it's
like
a
a
feeling.
voice comes to you. It's an inspiration.
Yeah, and it always makes sense too. Sometimes you
Yeah,
got to
and it
keep
just
going over it.
resonates all over
Yeah,
you.
it resonates. That's a great
Yep.
word. You're right.
Yep. An
And,
inspiration.
and you can get it from anybody. Like I could be talking to
Hmm.
y'all. Like you done gave me a few tonight, but I could be talking to y'all
Hmm.
and get something. I be talking and he hears something that he might have been praying on or he might have been asking, and it just man, that's why this shit's so powerful, man. That's why the power is in us influencing and
Hmm.
teaching the youth because we never know what they're gonna hear and be like, you know what?
Hmm.
How the fuck
Now,
he know that?
now,
You know what I mean?
I want to inject something else into all of y'all's minds. When you this shit. How can I say this? When I speak, because I'm a professional speaker and I've been paid to deliver a specific message, that when I get on camera, man, I can't help but flip over to that. So what I'm trying not to say is this: when we think about God, we think about God in the terms of being a, a entity, a human. Yeah, man, God wouldn't want you to do that. Well, how the fuck you know what God don't want me to do? Did God come over and tell you that? No, but I wouldn't do it. Then shut the fuck up and not do what you do. Don't fuck with me
Yeah,
like that. You know, that's that gangster side. But in
right,
essence,
right.
when people say what they think somebody shouldn't do, well, then what are you doing to help them do something else? And that's where people get offside with me because I don't really talk about what people don't do because everything that happens on this planet is happening whether I say something about it or not, right? So what I need to understand is that outside of me, nothing else on this planet exists because it don't involve me. I don't see it. So why should I care about what something else is? Because he has given me my spot on this planet is to say stuff, do things that will help others. So what I'm getting at is this: when you say young people, think about the fact that you got to be talking about that person that is 1 minute younger than you. What are you doing for that person that's 1 minute younger than you? Oh well, he thinks he's the same age as me. Yeah, yeah. In essence, he is. But what are you doing for him that you learned in that 1 minute before he got here or her? You know, what are you doing? Well, oh, he got his own mind, man. How you know what he got? He's only been here a minute less than you have. Why are you saying what he got? No, that's deflection, you know. And if you take kids in the street that are trying to simulate what's going on in the street, and you use a word like crux or deflection to them, they become stymied. Now they're not listening no more, right? So if you're showing them, like I was saying about that McDonald's thing, if you could take, like in the old days and still today, they go and fix up basketball courts in the hood, right? Where so many people got murdered because just got run over by the element that was not a part of the good thing that was going on there. Y'all got that right? Y'all both from New York, right? Hey, what? Oh no, come on, man! Every time I get up here and start talking the deep shit, oh no, y'all ain't gone. Y'all still here? Raise your hand if you're still here.
Ain't nobody still here, man. You still, man, asking me if I'm Pablo, I'm gonna punch you in your scalp piece 80
No, man,
more times.
I had fucked up. I had rolled my screen to look at what was going, other shit, and all I could see was me, and I panicked. Okay, I panicked.
You
See how
always
I can
panicking.
talk the truth to you? It ain't about how old I am or how cool I got to be because I'm an OG. What you got
Yeah,
to realize about OGs, There are 60-year-old OGs walking around y'all fucking street with their pants hanging out their ass. That
Yeah,
ain't cool. That
I'm
ain't
gonna tell
fucking
you some
cool.
funny shit. You want to hear some hilarious shit?
Yeah.
While you was saying that, I was trying to hit Mike, but I was obviously I wasn't because I didn't got high as hell. But nah, man, what you mean? Are we still here?
Because
What you
I
what
rolled
you
my
think, Nate?
screen up. I rolled up the screen and
I'm
all I could
surprised
see
Nate.
was
I'm
me.
surprised Nate ain't cut. I'm surprised he ain't go harder on
He goes hard on me, man. No, y'all
you.
I'm
listen
about
to
to go hard on both of
me.
y'all, y'all both about to get this work, motherfucker.
Y'all
Try
ain't
this
listen
shit,
to me.
man.
I told you that I rolled the damn
Shut
screen up
your
and
ass.
I couldn't see y'all.
Shut
Okay?
up. Shut
And I
up.
ain't gonna tell y'all about when I was doing all that other talking, and then I looked up and I wasn't even in the chat no goddamn more. So I have to do that pause shit because I fuck up and my mouth start running.
Nah,
Because
Nate, go ahead.
the
I
point is
need to
so
hear it,
long.
man.
First of all,
I
I
need to hear
wanted
it.
to remind you of this: be a speaker, not a preacher. Okay, preachers they tell you in the Bible, don't get stuck on the preacher. Go to what the Spirit says. Bypass him and go up to where the Spirit is. You ever been in a Catholic church? I was baptized Catholic, and then when I said to the nun that Jesus Christ wasn't white, they threw me out
Oh
because
shit.
at 3 years old, in 1957, Jesus Christ was white, and a black kid couldn't say that. But I said it because the Spirit said, "Tell that woman to quit lying to you and everybody else that's listening." Jesus Christ wasn't no goddamn white man. Where'd she get that stupid ass idea from? But I couldn't say all that. But anyway, you got to take what you're capable of doing and share that part to the people that are 5 years younger than you are. Just 5 years. Because to you, they're a kid. When you was 5 years old, they wasn't even born yet. When they was five, you was 10. Y'all wasn't even going to the same school no more. So see what I'm saying? Five
Right.
years. Find those people that are only 5 years younger than you are and see how many of them you can speak to that you could get that McDonald's concept. I'm only saying that as a concept, okay? Because I'm going to start smoking weed here in a minute. I tell myself, well, we ain't got to smoke weed every day. I'm like,
Shit.
why not?
I
It's mine. It's mine. What do you mean? Ain't got to smoke weed every day. Fuck you. That's the left side of my brain talking to the right side of my brain, telling the right side of my brain, shut the fuck up. Just be ready with that money when I need some more. You fuck with me as hard as I work to get this shit. But man, I'm really tired of talking, Nate.
That's your fault. Nigga, shut up sometimes. I love you, Papa Will, but shut up sometimes, god damn it.
Okay, I just want you to know I'm timing out. I'm timing out.
Nah, you wasn't timing out now. Now you about to get this work, OG. You tired of your shit, nigga. That
I got
pissed me off just now. I
how many
done rolled 20 splits and you still ain't finished. Stop talking. I'm not fucking with
how many blunts y'all done smoked
you.
since I've been talking? See, that was always happen when I was growing up. You couldn't start running your mouth and hold on to the joint. So nigga, give me my weed while you talking. Oh, I'm sorry, Butch. Here, man. Take your weed, man. Yeah, now go on and keep talking. Oh, man, I forgot what I was talking. Oh, so it's a combination. You got to have my weed in your hand in order for you to think about what you want to run your mouth about. Oh, so in
Nah.
essence, you're saying that you don't want to miss my weed while you're talking. So you're going to talk and hold on to my weed so that I can't even smoke it up while you're talking. Damn, that's kind of trifling, don't you think, nigga? This
Yeah,
ain't your.
you smoking up all my weed right now, motherfucker. I'm tired of your shit, Papa Will. I'm about to dig in
Yeah.
your pockets. I'm about to dig in this OG pockets. I'm tired of this shit. So we jumping this nigga.
Yeah, we might have to, because I'm gonna tell you, I
Nah,
don't talk a lot unless you
y'all cool. Nah, because I was doing three things at once, bro. Shit. So you good, man. Like I said,
That's the
I'm
only reason why I'm talking because I know he's busy. I know
I
that.
ain't that I ain't that busy. I'm multitasking, checking on my G moms and shit. So that's what
Yeah,
I was saying.
yeah. Well, focus on checking on your G moms and
Yeah,
shit.
nah, you good though.
But you
You know
good.
my energy when I come up here to fuck with you. All I'm trying to do is contribute. If I can't do that, I'm out of there.
Yeah.
You know what
No,
I
y'all good.
mean?
That's why I said the convo is always good money. That's why I said, what the hell? Nah, you
I'm
good.
just
Man,
look.
I'm
I was not gonna come up here, but Nate, I told you this when you first met me. If somebody is saying something anywhere near me and it ain't true, I got to speak up, man. Because if I don't, what will you think? You'll think I believe that shit that wasn't true, and then when you find out it wasn't true, you'll be like, Papa Will, you went for that bullshit? No,
What
man, I
happened?
know the truth.
I
Oh,
must
did
have
you
missed
just
that.
let me?
No, wait, no, guess what?
Bullshit.
No, guess what I would tell you? Papa Will, guess what? You smoke rocks. You you went with the lie. See, like shit like
See? So I
smoke
can't
rocks.
let you think that about me, man. I didn't smoke rocks. I
Nah,
sold
but
rocks.
hold on. Let me tell you something though. You got to think about this too, OG. I'm gonna tell you as a young OG. You got to think about this. Why? And this analogy don't have nothing. Well, I want you to get the definition of it. It'll apply to you. But what I'm saying don't apply to you. Why I'm gonna sit here and prove to the tough nigga on the internet how tough I am like him when only he gonna get killed by the bitch nigga.
Oh, now, okay, Black.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understood it when you
Yeah.
said it way back over there. But the truth of that matter is you notice how I haven't sat here 1 minute and gave y'all decade by decade or how I was this and how I was that. Oh man, I was this and I was that. Have I? I've talked about modern stuff that we can all resonate with, haven't I?
Yeah,
Because
you have.
real niggas don't go around talking about, oh nigga, roll out, bitch. I got 4 or 5 guns up in here. Nigga, I know your real name. I'm gonna drive to your house. All that old bullshit. I'll be like, nigga, please.
Yo,
You
that
want to
sounds
talk to me
crazy to
like
me if
that?
somebody said they'd drive to your house, yo. I want to
Uh-huh.
know in what life do niggas think you it really gotta be a soft ass nigga. I mean, what life do you
Uh-huh.
really think you gonna pull up on a nigga and his family and you leaving there breathing, my nigga? Fuck out of here.
You
Not no
ain't.
nigga like me. Yeah, I'm the
Not
wrong
me
nigga to
either.
assume that about. I'm
Dude,
not but I'm not gonna argue with you either. You gonna pull
I ain't
up?
gonna do
All
that
right,
either.
bet.
I get you. I'm I'm not kissing your ass, but you're saying things that I believe
See, that's another
because,
thing. It ain't gotta be that you kissing my ass because you older than me. So to
well,
be honest, I could
I'm
be
talking to
saying
the
that.
chat. I'm talking to the chat. I ain't talking to you, bro. I ain't saying
Nah,
that.
but you know how that is how this YouTube shit is. If somebody
Mm-hmm.
say something real, oh he D riding, or he maybe them niggas
That
just
yeah. See that part,
see. I
but
go
I
into
know we're
every
all good up here.
conversation. I go into every conversation. I don't agree with nobody. I ain't on nobody's side, but I listen to the information that I'm given, and then my high ass brain
Yeah,
dissects it, and I
yeah.
apply my knowledge with. But it ain't that I'm,
Kissing nobody's ass.
nah, because I appreciate. So from you saying that, that means that I'm a young nigga because I'm younger than you. So I'm a young nigga to you. Because you
Mm-hmm.
68, I'm 41. So that means that I'm a young nigga that got something. Something y'all left, I got it.
Mm-hmm.
And ain't nothing wrong with that. We supposed to.
You're supposed to. That
Hmm.
means salute to whoever got to put you up on game to get you this far that you can meet a motherfucker like me.
Word. That's a fact.
Not personally me. It just happens to be me, the spirit sent to this point in your development, your life, your enlightenment. I like to call it enlightenment. Fuck all that educational shit. Your level of enlightenment warrants me and you talking like this. Because, like I
Yeah.
said, I ain't got to sit up here talking, oh, nigga, the last motherfucker pulled a gun on me, got his ass whooped, ran away in my house. I ain't got to talk to you like that for you to
I'm gonna
understand.
tell you something. Nate, you hear me? Or you still running around?
I'm listening to all y'all bastards right now. Hold up.
Yo,
Nah,
when
I'm
I do
multitasking with you. Hold on. You good though? What the hell is
nah
this?
when I do mine though, I want you
Oh,
to pull
hold
up. I want OG right here to pull up. Because my podcast gonna be more about personal experiences. Now I don't want y'all to
Yeah,
indict yourself, but I want my podcast to be about stories of people who overcame
yeah,
their beginnings. Like for you to tell a story and people be like, nah, that ain't happened. Nah, that really did happen.
yeah,
And how you
yeah,
over like the story you just shared about you, you know what I mean? So that's what I
yeah.
want mine to be about. I want mine to be more about
Well, I'm subbed up to you. Just go live again and see who shows up. Fuck Nate. I ain't got to drive him over
on.
there. He'll be there when I get there. I know it. I know
I'm
it.
not.
So
Don't say fuck me, nigga. You don't know where I'm gonna be at. You know what? I'm gonna be at your front door tomorrow morning. I'm tired of your shit, Papa Will.
Oh, you better
Yeah.
go live tomorrow morning. Then if Nate gonna be at my front door to pick me up.
Nigga stupid.
nah,
See how
I ain't,
I am?
I ain't even
Yo, Black, I'm pulling up on this nigga. He owe me like 2 pounds of weed. He think he slick. Sitting there talking
word.
2 pounds
Yeah.
off.
Much love, everybody. Can you guys hear me all right or not?
Yo,
Who is
okay,
that?
salute, bro.
Yeah,
That ain't
much
my
love,
Who
that ain't
everybody.
my
is
brother,
this?
is it? That's my brother.
Nate, you gotta put the names up here, man. We can't see what the names are.
I'm on the phone, Pop.
Cage, it's Cage, bro.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I thought that was
You
cool.
being
You
light
know,
skinned today,
Oh,
man.
okay. I'm sorry. This is who? Light skinned nigga?
No, that's you. You being light skinned, Mr. Light Skinned.
Oh yeah, I am light skinned.
You see, I use that colorism real quick. Oh,
Yeah.
Bro, pause. Let me say something. You think life really comes down to what you look like, or you think it's something deeper than that?
It's deeper than that.
now hold on. What you mean? Elaborate a little bit
Like
more.
you think it's your flesh, your avatar. You think it's just your avatar, or is there something that's controlling that avatar? You know what I mean?
All right, so I got two answers to you. I think somewhat yes, but I hear your question, and hearing your question, I kind of think I know why you asked that. So because if it's just your avatar, we know that we deeper than just the
because
exterior.
we know we're not stupid. Only ignorant people. This is some ignorant people that made us.
Fact.
What they're doing, I think it's all like some divided. Only ignorant people think like that. You know what I mean? You have to be like a real goof if you're thinking like that. If you really
Let me
look into
ask
the
you this.
mechanism of reality, it's nothing like that.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah. It's Cage.
Cage, I like you already, Cage. I'm about to ask you something. It's gonna be crazy, yo. See what you just said. This how we gotta keep on continuing to communicate. Because whatever made you come up here and what you just said sparked something in my mind. So when a dog looks at another, when a dog looks at another dog, I'm talking about a dog, an animal. Because women would be like, yeah, some shit. I'm talking about a regular dog looks at another dog. Do you think that dog looks at, if one is black and one is blue or white or whatever, do you think the dog looks at the other dog and automatically recognizes that this dog is another color, or do you just see it as the dog looks at the dog as another dog?
The dog, I'll tell you right now, the dog has been programmed in a certain way through environment. And if somebody's smart, you know what I mean, with human beings, if someone wants to control human beings, they're going to be programmed like a dog. And through experience, they're going to be learned. I mean, but the experience is not just your experience. People have been influencing it on purpose. So they're going to be programmed to think a certain way. You know what I mean?
All right, that's the answer to your question, my G. That's the answer to your question right there. You explained it.
Yeah.
That's the answer.
So really, it's artificial. It's not real.
Exactly.
It's taught behavior.
Yeah.
You're not born with that.
But they're influencing, and now they're doing it through algorithms. They're doing it through social engineering.
Yeah.
There's many mechanisms. It's a multifaceted attack. You know what I mean?
So I don't know what y'all believe in.
They're attacking. They're evil. They're evil psychopaths that are running this shit.
Look, one at a time.
They're a dark occultism. They're using certain mental skills that they've known for a very long time. Again, it's a weapon. Anything that is a selfish, because most people are very selfish. So they weaponize certain things, and you can weaponize the mind, and you can actually infiltrate and fuck with the mind.
That's a fact.
So the only way we can get out of, and this is all proven science too. The only way we can get out of this shit is if we take dominion over our minds again. We have to take back our mind.
How do we do that?
You have to do it through mental transmutation. No one's ever going to tell you how to do it, but I will. You have to do it through mental transmutation. There's tricks. You have to do it through literally just visualizing certain things.
What stimulates the mind,
thought,
correct?
Emotion. No, you have to
the brain. I'm sorry.
You got to kind of do like meditation. You got to focus on all this negative shit that we see in our life and transmute it. We have to pretty much feed off of it. You see how you can have a bunch of bullshit, and with that bullshit, you can actually make that into fertilizer and grow beautiful flowers.
But did you heard what I said though?
What?
I said anything that's going to stimulate the brain, correct?
You have to charge it. Think about it. Like your headphones.
No, but what you're saying is you have to re-stimulate it. So
you have to charge it. You have to charge it with something, with your will. But you have to do it in the right way in order to benefit everyone else, not in a selfish manner. You have to be selfless in a way.
All right, I'm gonna say something.
This is why I'm telling you guys this.
All right, let me say something.
No one's gonna ever tell you this shit.
Let me say something. I'm gonna say something crazy. It ain't even crazy. It might be crazy to some people, but I just think on real nigga time, right? So, what do you think with propaganda? What do you think?
You are the product.
So, if you continue to manipulate my mind with propaganda, what do you think my mind is gonna believe? So, if you continue to show only white cops killing black people, and you continue to show black people killing black people, it might not be but It could be just 3 in the beginning, but you continue to show that over and over.
The
What are
problem
you
is so
doing
much
to the
deeper
brain?
than this.
You're
Just trying.
stimulating the brain.
It's all smoke and mirrors. It's all distractions. They're trying to perpetuate certain ideas.
Fact. I
Everything
like
you
that
see
word
is
you
there
said.
for a
That
reason.
smoke and mirrors word you said is very correct, my boy. Smoke
Yeah,
and
it's
mirrors.
just it's all smoke and mirrors. They're trying to perpetuate certain things to keep us divided and conquered, bro.
Fact.
I'm telling you,
That's a
they do
fact.
not want people ever saying shit like this. Like the way I'm saying this, I'm putting my life on the line because I know they're gonna come after people like me. They've been doing it my whole fucking life. Think about this: if you're in a dark room and you're the only light there, what does it attract? All the bugs and all the fucking dirty shit. Yeah, this is all fucking. They go to it like shit too. They also go to shit. So it's up
If
to
we
you.
took
I'd rather
away
get attracted like the light than the shit.
if we took away racism, and I'm not talking about racism between black and white, and I'm talking about as a whole, even between black and white and white. If we took away strict racism from humanity, do you think this world would be different?
I think it's just one small mechanism. They do it through religion. They do it through color. They do it through even in the black community. Like the only reason why I even say anything is because you call our friend here. You call him light skin and shit. They're trying to divide people even amongst each other. That's the only way they can fucking conquer people. You know, oh, some black people, yeah. Oh, they're Christians. Some black people are Protestant. Some black people are Jewish. Some black people are fucking. Oh, they all have to fight amongst each other.
That's the Willie Lynch letter.
This is how you fucking divide them up and conquer them. It's the only way to fucking control people. You make them fight amongst each other.
You see young niggas say we ain't got no OGs.
So what the fuck? It's so obvious. Why do we play into it so though? Why how come everyone plays into it? I don't understand why.
Because it's the brainwashing that all Americans since 1600s have been subjected to. You know how to.
It's a bunch of bullshit.
Hold on. Listen to me. The best way to change how people were before you came along is you kill off all the men, you enslave all the children, and you rape and impregnate all the women that in one generation, those new people won't have no idea where they come from or who they was or why they do what they do.
It's called eugenics.
Hold on. Fellas. Yo, hold up, fellas.
They're programming people before they're born. It's called eugenics. These people are very fucking smart. And they do not fucking play around. They don't just sit around twiddling their thumbs like us, arguing amongst each other. No, they have one main goal, and they do it very well. Obviously, this is why we're here. They're not fucking playing. And if you want to break out of it ever, or you just want to sit around on YouTube doing nothing, then we have to fucking organize, we have to learn, and we have to actually come together as a people and actually do something about it.
So
that's the only fucking way. Oh, we're dead. We're all done.
Is that what you're saying to us? Is that what you're saying to us? That you want to come and join us and help us make the McDonald's?
Everybody's invited. Everybody's invited.
Well, I'm asking you.
Yes,
I already know where the three of us are,
yes,
but now you're here.
You know the answer.
Okay, now look.
Why do you think I'm here?
This is what we need.
Why do you think I'm here?
We need an opportunity for all forms of humanity to come to my show on Friday when we find out where white people come from. And when did it start being that black people fought against black people? Do you know that Christopher Columbus was black and he was a slave pirate? You know what slave pirate mean? It's like me and homeboy up here, we're both veterans. Okay? Our jobs were kind of far apart, but I killed people with the bullets he made or the rockets they created or the artillery rounds. I killed people with that
Either
shit.
way, you were still a part of the game, regardless.
Yeah, I was a part of a game before I even went in the military. I suffered from post-traumatic stress syndrome just from living on this planet when I was born.
So how do we break out of the cage? That's the real question.
I never let it get closed on me. When the cage was coming towards me, I was standing outside of it with the cage makers looking at what they were creating. and I absorbed it all. So I'm a snitch. I'm here to tell people how to evade being captured on the brainwashing. You know, when I was growing up, they used to put subliminal messaging in the black and white commercials that used to come on in between my mom and daddy's favorite TV programs.
Yeah, but guess what? You know, as technology improves nowadays, today, they have more sophisticated manners of doing it. But either way, back then it's always the same fucking thing, pretty much.
Exactly, right? So we agree, right? It's the
Of
same fucking
course,
thing.
of course.
So what our objective
Now,
is to see how many like-minded, because it's one thing to say you cool, but it's that other thing. Like Nate knows I'm cool. That's why he can tell me, he can talk to me while he's on the
all right,
phone. If he don't
all
have
right,
to talk to me, you
all
know,
right.
I will keep.
Hold on. I don't want to interrupt you, my friend, but please let me ask you guys this question. For what I've been saying, do you guys believe me? Do you guys think I'm a real person that you would actually want beside you, if
Nope.
at all?
No, you
No.
didn't even hit that like button and you ain't say shit. You didn't even salute the chat and you just went backstage and somebody was smoking some weed, had the door open, and you walked in and here you are, because I still don't know what your name is. So you tell me, what are we
Cage.
getting? What are we
I
getting?
said my name is Cage. I noticed you haven't been listening to anything because I said my name was Cage multiple times.
Okay, good. Because I don't see it nowhere in the chat is what I'm asking. See, I'm reading the chat.
All right, Nate and our other friend on the channel. I mean, have you guys? What do you guys think?
They know you good enough for you to just, go ahead and help us with this posse we're forming and ride out with us. Because
What
we
did the
ain't riding
military?
up on
What did the
nothing.
military inject you with, bro? They waffle your brain.
No. Hey, look. Don't tell me what I am, because, dude, I'm from.
Did they give you injections?
Yeah, they might give it to y'all, but they ain't give me no guy else. I tell you, hey man, I'm a real fucked up person, because when I was in there, they injected me some shit that didn't make me feel like Captain America. It really felt me like stupid
They fucked
doo.
you. They fucked you nice.
You
That's
know what I'm
cool.
saying? But you know what I wanted to say this earlier. When a person says to me that they have their negative reason for not wanting to be in the service because of whatever they think the service would be to them, that is not what you say to a person that
What are
was
you
in
talking
there.
about?
You know what I'm saying? Homeboy, I
You
tell you,
said
Black, tell him, you do not say that to a person that was in there. Now, around a bunch of racist, wannabe, white supremacist people like I had to deal with in the army that didn't know no better, and when they let it out their mouth that we was here to kill black people, then the war was on, and I ran all of them away before they died in that place. But I didn't let that shit change from what I had to do up in there. Okay, that was just how the spirit hit me. It said Papa Will. It said Will. No, it said Butch. That was what they called me, Corporal Butch. Get rid of these
but yeah.
specific motherfuckers right here.
Yeah.
And
Can I
this
say
was
something?
in the army, huh?
I guess can I say something, please?
Sure.
What you believe in, what you really focus yourself on, you kind of program yourself to. You know what I mean? So pretty much, if you focus on certain things, you're gonna see them more often, and it's been proven. You can like look at neuroscience. You know what I mean? This shit has been proven. So pretty much, like this is how reality is formulated. Whatever they program you in a, if you have to reprogram yourself, like whatever your subconscious mind, the subconscious, like the shit that you're not thinking about, but is there either way. You have to reprogram that. That's their point of attack. So I'm saying if you reprogram that, you see everything around you change. You know what I mean? Like you'll be like you'll be like the fucking happiest person ever. Like you'll have everything you want in a way, but you don't need to sign your soul or anything. You have to do the opposite. That's the whole cabal. You know what I mean? Because certain people know this shit. Oh, sign your soul away, and they'll do something onto you.
So are you fluid in done had your soul sold away from you?
No, man. I'm the opposite. I'm here to give it back. I'm gonna reverse it.
Oh, I thought you were talking about you. Who was you talking about? Souls
See,
saving, because I ain't never seen no souls for sale. But also,
I'm
you know
saying
what I
like I'm
realized?
saying the min. hold on. The military-industrial complex, the government, the media, all these celebrities, all this, everything. It's all they're all a part of it. They're all Saturn-based.
Mm.
But guess what?
What?
They're not gonna win. And I
Oh,
promise you
they're
guys, they're
still
not gonna
fighting,
win.
huh?
No, I'm fighting. People are fighting back. You can't have one without the other, and it's not gonna win. The light overtakes the dark. It has nothing to do with skin color either.
Exactly, it doesn't. It's all about race. It ain't
Yeah,
about
it
the
has
color
nothing
of
to do
your
with that.
skin. It ain't got shit to do with the color of your skin. It's all about them injecting this word in our existence and called it race.
Well, why do you think they call it spelling? Like to cast a spell, but you can spell out a
Yeah,
word.
that.
They do it. They do it through the words.
Uh huh.
That's another attack point. Like it's a multifaceted thing, like I was saying earlier.
Yeah.
It's through the words too. And I'm
Yeah.
here, and I don't care the consequence. They could do anything to me. I'll come back every fucking time. So I don't care. I'm
See
gonna speak up. I don't care
Yeah.
what they do to me. If they try fucking doing something to me, good luck. Watch what happens to them. They're scared. They'll run away. The only way they can get you is if you're afraid. There's nothing to fear except fear itself. Fuck these people. We're done with it. And I'm passionate about it. That's why I come on here and to random fucking channels. I always say the same message. No matter how bad they want to attack it, I'll continuously say the same message. I will never change. Cage is a constant force that will never end, and that's it.
So
I'm
answer
working
me a
for the
question.
right. I'm
Answer
working for
me
the
one
people. I'm
question.
working for you.
Answer me a question while you're working for me then.
Because
Answer me.
you are me. Because you are me, my friend. The reason why.
Is that the reason how the existence of you meeting us today on this glorious occasion? Let me get
Nothing
some
happens
on
for.
this thing. I
I've
get
been
some
here.
tongue.
I've been here before.
Oh, you have?
But nothing happens without reason. There's always a reason.
Of course.
Nothing is a coincidence.
Of course. Especially with us, because this is Nate chat room, you ought to see what happens in mine. I don't even talk to people in my chat because nobody wants to answer no fucking questions. And it's one of them kind of chat. My channel is very, high energy, just like Nate, you know, and that's why I try to tell Nate, man, how come you don't never come up on my panel and talk for 2 hours? I come over here on yours and talk, make me feel all crunchy and guilty and shit. I'm like, man, I wish I would. I'm jealous. I said, man, I wish I would talk like this on my fucking channel, running my goddamn mouth for hours on somebody else's shit. The fuck is wrong with me?
Because you be crying like a little hoe. Nah, but all in all, that's because, like I said, sometimes I be trying to hit the link, but when I got shit to do, like last night, I was going to try to hit the link before I went live. I had to tow some people out the property. I chose violence.
Yeah.
I chose violence. Like I was like, you can't be serious to a degree. Like that's why I said. But you act like I ain't going to never hit the panel. I did hit your panel the last time,
You
Paul.
did. That's what I'm saying. You was on there last night before you went on yours.
You know it's funny though. Cage will shed a tear for the injustice that people in general have been put under. Yeah, then I'll go and fucking learn their fucking game and get back at them.
Hey, Bobby wants to know what y'all's names are.
Oh, that's my man Black Soul at the top. You already know Papa Will, Bobby. And that's my man Cage down there at the bottom.
Okay. You get that, Bonnie? Bobby? Damn, I'm high. Yeah, but on my show, man, I swear, I'm still trying to learn how to do this shit. Ain't I, Nate? I ain't even got as many subscribers as he has, so y'all should sub up to my channel. I'm going to drop that link one more time for y'all that didn't get it. Because, man, I got some important shit to show y'all. I got a question for y'all.
Good.
If you seen either one of those Black Panther movies, throw your hands up. Show a sign, because boy, I found some great information about those two movies, and Stan Lee and Marvel Comics. Incredible subject to talk on my channel. Because last night I was just trying to see if I could play all the copyright music I have, and I couldn't. I said that's great, that because I got tons more. I got tons more music ain't never been heard before. Good music too. But Nate, I come over here and it's like a submarine, and you can't stop going. Damn the torpedoes! I choose violence.
Nah, I don't be choosing it all the time, but
I
yeah.
know. Just saying when you do this with,
Sometimes, like Nas said, war is necessary, but it brings peace.
So Cage, did you spend any time down in the bushes listening to any of this content before something struck you and made you decide? Let me get up there in there, panel.
To be honest with you, I never ever listen to anybody's content on YouTube. I randomly appear, and I try speaking something that I hope benefits people, and then I leave. I've never listened to one conversation on this channel in my entire life.
So what do you
I don't do that. I'm not one of these people in the comments, okay? I come here, I say what I have to say, I listen, then I leave, and I learn too.
Oh, okay. Now that sounds more like it. That sounds more
I learn, I listen.
Yeah, that part. Because you come around here to fuck with us, man. Nate will hunt you down and show up on your panel and don't.
I don't have a panel. I don't even have a fucking YouTube. What do you mean?
Okay, let me get. Oh my God! Let me get my my troll pen out, because we got us a troll. See, this is how you can tell the good ones from the bad ones. This is why
brother, I'm not joking with you. I don't have a panel.
No, I'm believing you, but I'm sending out a secret coded message in the form of a joke, so it doesn't offend you.
No, I'm actually trying to be fucking genuine.
Well, you got to be around me, because you start lying, I'll tell you.
Do you think I'm lying then?
No, I said if you start lying, that means I don't feel that you've been lying to me. If you have, hey, you're doing a great job. Your lies become our truth.
Ask me anything. I'm an open book.
How old are you?
I'm not going to tell you my exact age. I'm not very old.
Don't tell me to ask you. Don't tell me.
I'm still in my 20s.
Don't tell me
in my 20s.
Question, okay?
I'm in my 20s.
You're an open book if you ain't an open book.
Well, don't ask me questions that are going to give up my identity or who I am. You can ask me anything else beyond that. Yeah.
Because I'm wanting to tell you, Cage.
And this avatar.
And that avatar, Cage and that avatar, because you see them other two people don't have they ain't got no face at all. You know what that means? This is a tribunal. And if you're saying that you ain't at least 35 to 40 years old, you way out of your depth over here talking with us.
What does age mean anything?
Because
I had to be a man when I was 8 years old.
That's great. I was a man at 4. So what are we talking about here?
But I'm saying I had to. So maybe then. Huh? What has really changed?
Respected. Act respectable and be respected like you have been up to this point.
So then you'd understand. You have to learn at a young age. Maybe age doesn't matter that much.
No, I said I was my own man at 4. Did you not understand that meant that at 4?
No, I had to be the man.
What you mean about being your own man at 8? Because you did at 8. That you had to become understanding of you being a man.
You're just no matter what I say, you're gonna outdo it. You just have to like a little weirdo.
No,
I have to be 4.
No,
you don't know what you're talking about. You're still not a man, and you're trying to tell me you're a man at 8.
What I'm trying to tell you is what I'm texting over here.
Hold up. Wait. Now this is what we're not gonna do here. Nobody's gonna be disrespecting each other, not once. Nobody's
trying to fucking mind fuck around with it.
No, nobody's trying. Yo, bro, listen, chill. Nobody's trying to mind fuck shit. This man right here got enough fucking knowledge. Enough knowledge, bro. He said certain shit that I ain't even fucking know yet. So we're not gonna do that tonight. And if you're not gonna respect that panel, you gotta get the hell off, bro. That's for anybody that comes on here from now on. If y'all think y'all just gonna come on here with the arguments, and no, we were just having a good, genuine conversation till
We're
just
having
now.
a good. Yeah, I don't want to fuck it up. Sorry for that. I don't want to fucking derail it like that. Yeah, I apologize. I'm just thinking the only reason why I said that because I said 8, you're like half of it, so you went to 4. But you're not being genuine, you know. That's why I
No, but
said
this
that.
man, no, but this man is being genuine, and he's not saying nothing that ain't genuine. If he wasn't, I wouldn't be fucking with him. That's just me in general. You should know this by now. I don't fuck with ungenuine people. So we're not gonna have none of this disrespect. We're not gonna be talking over each other. Number two, as I said this
Man to
one
man,
time before.
it takes a big man to apologize. I apologize. I didn't really mean it. I
And if
mean, it's
I
just
offended
saying
you,
some
man,
dumb
then
shit.
I apologize too, because that's not my intent.
Yeah, it's
I'm
not
here
my
for us to
intention.
have
I'm
a good
sorry. I'm
time.
sorry, bro.
You
Sorry.
know, but you gotta be cognizant of, your indigenousness of what it is you're saying and where it is you're saying it. Because however long you've been on this planet to get here with us right now does not count at how long we was already here without you. See,
That's some real shit.
I'm
I
only
can't
trying to
deny
tell you the
that.
real shit, man. I don't knock people. I don't talk down to people. And I don't talk to people, just disgruntled manner. I'm just from Missouri, man, and I just talk, I'm just an old Missouri man that talks firmly about the truth. You know, you know.
I
You,
rate that. I respect that,
yeah, because
I
I
respect
respect
that.
you. You're here. You ain't walking in here getting no disrespected. And
No,
that's
you know what it is though. The thing is, because Cage wasn't here the last time. It was just me, Black Soul, Cage, and Jiggy. You remember
oh,
that shit?
I dig it. I dig. I'm sorry.
Yo, so you still here?
Yeah, I'm still here. I was just letting
Yeah.
y'all talk because I'm trying to figure out what the hell was going on.
Oh no. Just little like miscommunication. That's it. But see, I know how to intercept all of that too. And when I start getting the snapping, I'm not trying to hear nothing from nobody. But all in all, like I said, this platform is built for everybody to talk, get their point across, everything else. Some people are not going to agree with certain shit, but we ain't going to be disrespecting each other. And if at any time I feel I got to shut shit down, I will shut it down. Now back to the conversation at hand.
Yeah, real shit, real shit. This made me think of something. Remember that how we were talking about how spells, spell. Everything we're saying is like a giant spell. So like it's like we're like put into this trap in a
Uh
way.
huh.
Like through communication, it's like a massive trap.
Uh huh.
So it's being done on fucking purpose. Like if you could really like understand each other, I think we all meet at the level. We all meet eye to eye at the end of the day. We all want the same shit. We just want our family to be good. We want our loved ones to be good, our friends to be good, everyone to be good. Like just live in harmony and like live properly. But there's something that does not want that. And it's like fucking
Well, you
with
know
us
why?
through our
Because
language, through everything.
they don't want us to have these type of conversations, even if they're uncomfortable. They're still necessary conversations.
Real shit, man.
You
And
know
it's
what I
like
mean?
What I
proving
do.
itself every time. See, it always has to be like pause. What are we doing? We always have to think like that.
Yeah.
Pause it up.
But see, this is what this platform is built on. Like I said, all in all, I'm gonna be bringing up genuine topics, and it don't matter. Some people should be chiming in on this shit because at the end of the day, it's not just affecting one; it's affecting everybody.
Bro, I love
That's
you
a
guys
fact.
either way.
That's
I
a
don't even
fact.
know who the fuck you guys, and I love you, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I'll try doing my best for everybody. I'll try giving you guys more than I could ever have myself. I'm just
Nah,
give me the
you know
fucking
what you
chance,
got to do though. You just got
Yeah.
to be genuine, man. Be you, man. Like I
Yeah.
said, we all ain't gonna
Listen,
agree all the time, but as long as you,
And
somewhere
don't
in the
be
consultation,
apologizing for what you
we'll
be
figure
done
it out.
said around me in response to what I say back to what you said. Don't be all apologizing and shit. Own your shit or keep it to yourself. Because
well, it's like,
the Most
but
High.
I didn't mean it. Like I don't mean it in a disrespectful way.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. That part right there. We know you didn't mean it in disrespect. Because, we them kind of motherfuckers, man. We done ride up on your ass and hit you out there where that tree is, where the sun comes up in the morning and be
Bro,
bleeding
I
off
know
your
who I
back.
am. Like I could go around like that's what like a little like weak person does, going disrespecting people and not building properly. That's what
Yeah.
like a little weak pawn, little bitch ass sheep does,
Mm-hmm.
acting like they're all tough and going fuck. No, it never ends well. You're supposed to be built. If you're not a positive net force, then you're a negative, and a negative always leads to a negative fucking outcome. You know what I mean? If you put a current with like a positive, then it's always a net positive.
Yeah.
A
Nah,
negative multiplied, divided, anything by a negative is always a negative. But if you multiply a 1 by anything, it's always a 1, technically. Not the
that's
way
not-
they teach you at school.
yeah. Nah, and that's what I'm saying. This is where, like I said, this is where the whole platform comes, because at the end of the day, different views, different opinions, so on and so forth. But see, when it comes down to me, nigga, I'm just breaking it straight down the middle. I don't take no sides on shit. I don't fuck. I just call it like I see, and I keep it pushing. Like I said, my main focus is getting whatever messages across, and that's about it. If you choose to fuck with it, you choose to fuck with it. If not, it is what it
Called
is.
forward momentum. If you
Yeah.
you don't want to get caught in a loop. That's like a puddle. You know what I mean? Like a puddle of water. You leave that there, shit's gonna start growing in it. Nasty ass shit. So if you keep it moving, you keep the current flowing, like flow like the water, like what Bruce Lee was saying, in a way, it does not become stagnant. There's
Yeah.
always growth, forward momentum, current.
Right.
You
And
know?
that's what this is. This is nothing but growth and positivity moving forward. Because at the end of the day, it could lead to other different doors. Don't matter what it is. But that's why I said I'm gonna come up here. I'm gonna speak my shit. I'm gonna talk my shit. I'm gonna give facts, views, and opinions, and I'm gonna get everybody else's facts, views, and opinions. But in the same token, at some point, got to come to some sort of resolution and figure out certain shit. Doesn't matter what it is. But the whole purpose is getting to the bag, getting that generational wealth for your family and everybody else, and just getting rid of the toxics and the cancers in the community. That's it.
Yeah.
God,
My
oh
question is
God.
this: how do we get to the? I already told you guys how to get to the real bag. Yeah, how do we get to the real bag, the reality bag, to actually formulate reality? Mental transmutation. And there's certain ways. For example, here, I'm going to say it once. If anyone wants to actually take it seriously, do it. I'm saying what you have to do is this. Every day when you wake up, as soon as you wake up, you have to make it a habit. Visualize all the bullshit, all this shit that's put onto you, anything negative, this energy. Feel it. And then visualize it as something. You can visualize it anything you want. You know what I mean? For example, for me, what I do is I visualize it as like a purple energy that's everywhere. It's just like it's everywhere, right? But pretty much what you have to do is this: you grab that purple energy, you confine it into a small cage or a small circle. Yeah, just visualize it. Just put all that shit. Grab it with your fucking hands that are infinite. Grab it, hold it like a small cage or a small thing. Like put it smaller, right? So have it in your fucking hand and throw it downwards, or throw it anywhere, throw it everywhere. And what you have to do is when you throw it downwards, it'll explode with white light everywhere that will overcome everything. Like you can do a visualization where it goes out from the earth to the past the ionosphere, past the universe, past everything, and encompasses all, and then put it back into you. You know what I mean? Feed off their bullshit. Like they try feeding off of you. Feed off their bullshit. It's done through visualization. This is mental alchemy. This is shit no one's ever going to tell you. This is a trick that they've been using on people for a long, long time. This is why they are there and we are here. Falls at the 72 Dolphins celebrate. The cat is out of the bag.
We're watching the football game over here. I heard you say, hold on, who the hell watching that football game over here, man? I don't want to hear no
It's a
score, man.
Balao game. Bao. It's a demon game. It's about kicking a ball into the net.
Wait, who? Let me guess. Who played
The Eagles just got beat up by Washington, man.
Damn, somebody owe some money.
Yep.
My fault. I was over here in the bet earlier. Somebody said, "Oh, Washington going to the Eagles going." I said, "Oh shit."
Wait,
Here
what do
we
you
go.
guys think about what I said there? Did you guys hear it at all?
We heard everything, bro. But what I heard too was football. That's why I said, "Who the hell was listening to football just now?"
Yeah, because they was kind of meaning the same thing, that over here in the distance, there's this reality of the game ending, but it ended on an interception, and the other team, scored, and then it got a
Would
little
you
bit.
guys like to be on the same team?
So while I was listening to you trying to blow some smoke up my ass, this real live,
How much? I'm
thing,
telling you the fucking truth.
who
You
knows?
tell me I'm blowing
What are you
smoke
saying?
up your ass, bro. Get the
Again.
Say it again. Repeat yourself. Maybe I didn't get it. That touchdown in my ear was kind of making me feel like some part of
Of
what you
course,
were
you
saying was telling me
understand.
what to do.
Yeah, you've been programmed. You're gonna. It's like in the Matrix. You know that I think in the Matrix where they say certain people that are programmed, they're gonna fight against it with their wholeheartedness. They'll fight against
I heard
getting
that.
unplugged. You know what I
That's
mean?
true.
And when they get to a certain fucking age, they can't get unplugged anymore.
Yeah, that's a
When they
big
get,
racial
but
problem.
the age has nothing to do with it. When somebody gets so fucking programmed to the point where they truly believe it with their whole soul, with their whole being, then they cannot be unplugged. It's very dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they're
You
saying.
sound just like us. That's what we was talking about. That's
I
what
don't
we were saying.
fuck their bullshit. We could change it.
Of course, we're not really brainwashed into their bullshit. In case you haven't noticed, if you haven't noticed, I get it. I noticed that you're kind of blended into their bullshit with the brainwashing, but I don't care. Shit, you're human to me. Be you.
Nah, but this was definitely an interesting conversation.
Ain't it though? Like I said, I'm quite toxic. Talking to me comes with an education. I don't just tell people what to do, but I look at people that say anything that resembles telling me what to do ain't gonna happen. So I might as well save them. Save yourself. Save yourself. I'm not gonna do anything you're saying to me that sounds like you're telling me what to do. I'd rather you tell me you did it. You tell me you did it.
You said to Cage. You said, Cage, you're a human to me.
You are.
You understand what that means, though?
Yeah.
That means I'm not a human. To you, I'm a human.
Now, whose head you trying to fuck with that backwards upside down there's comment?
Well, you weren't wrong about that. To you, I may be a human.
Yeah. Ain't that what I said? You're a human to me, right? Or how did I say it? Are you sure that what I said is what you heard?
You said
Or do you think that what you heard is what I said? Now, which one we got going on here?
You said you're human to me. That's what you said.
Okay.
I know what you say. You should know what you say. I shouldn't.
Well, you're the one that threw it back at me like you didn't catch it. So I forget. Did you get it?
So you know then.
Yeah.
My disguise is gone. Uh-oh.
I bet you're human to a whole lot of people is what I'm saying. But what I'm saying that if you're bullshitting me, hey, you're cool. You're cool. And it sounds like my old ass heard you say that your name was Cage, so that's what I'm calling you. And if it ain't, that's what's stuck in my head, and I'm old, He said, "Why does Papa Will keep calling me Cage?" Remember, he told you it's because he thought that's what you said. You didn't speak up clear enough.
That's the name I come on as, Papa. Relax.
Okay, that's cool for me. Cause Papa ain't my real name. Shit, fuck, damn.
Yeah, your name is Big Lighter.
Yeah.
You guys know Papa Hambone?
Nope.
Y'all motherfuckers got me laugh. Y'all too. I want y'all to keep going. Y'all two down there, man. I'm just in here like I'm waiting to see who comes out the most victorious with their conversation. 'Cause it's
Oh
crazy.
no. No, I'm trying to give him the benefit, man, but it must be the tone of my voice. He keeps thinking that I'm making stabs at him. I'm trying to
Nah,
tell you.
sometimes it just be two spirits, man, that just wanna, you know what I mean? It be like that. You ever meet somebody you just, no matter
Yeah,
what you say, they just the total opposite? You
yeah,
gotta respect it.
yeah,
It
yeah,
is what it
yeah.
is.
I
That's
had
their belief. We can't
lots of
take
people.
nobody's belief from them,
Yeah,
especially if we believe that we all are blinded. We don't
yeah.
even really know what we seeing, to be honest.
See, I'm cool with a person being everything they are, and they can say anything they want to. Just don't be trying to tell me what to do. Because in real life, if a motherfucker come at me, say one thing that ain't true to me, at me, and touch me, we're gonna fight. You know. So I don't give a fuck what comes out of a person's mouth. That's why the internet is subliminally a great place for people to be. You can say what the fuck you want to say. You can stick a stupid ass avatar up here in this platform. You can't do this on YouTube and Facebook. You got to be having a real live camera as platform like the 3 o'clock news type shit to have a podcast. Y'all know that, right? You seen that shit, right? Ain't a damn word you can say to nobody on that fucking podcast.
Yeah.
They ain't even got a live audience off camera. I know, I've done that shit.
Bruh, you understand? I'm here
Mm.
for a reason.
Mm.
Everything you see, there's no such thing as coincidence or chance.
Nope.
Everything you see, everything that's presented to you is there for an
Yeah.
intention, for a purpose.
Yeah.
That's definite. And this is a definite conversation.
Mhm.
The longest conversation. I still fuck with y'all though.
Hey,
Nah,
you know I fucks with you, Ned. You done had me up here for at least 2.5 hours, man.
No.
I missed a
I,
few people.
I,
Oh shit.
I ain't caring. I ain't
Yeah.
caring. I'm Papa Will. I'm here for you.
Nah, you good. I didn't know how long I was gonna go, and I just realized 3 people that I was supposed to be supporting is already live. Damn. This is how I
Oh,
missed you. Well, no, I was in your live, but not in your live.
yeah, you multitasking and lives now, ain't you?
Uh,
One you got to listen to, and the other one you got to type in, and then you can be in both of them at the same time.
again, not using the computer.
Oh,
I
fuck,
only came to
man.
come, and I came
See,
to come.
see, Kate? See why you can't talk to me? I can say shit that ain't cool and correct. My goddamn self. I gotta hear shit you got to say, man.
you
Damn.
want you gonna get this work today. I don't give a damn if I'm on the phone or if I'm in my damn earpod. You gonna get
Yeah,
this work today.
yeah. Because man, you would have to be teaching me, like when you first met me. You had to be teaching me how this damn thing worked. You'd have
Yeah.
to be teaching me about some damn phone. I can't perceive it. I don't even like my phone like that. you
Nah,
know.
but that'll be something I'll get up with you with on definitely because it's not that hard to do it for the phone. But see, it's easier from the laptop because you can still do a multitude of things. Like I just see the notifications on my phone. I just realized Eve dead. Eve live. Shouts to the sis. She live. D Truth is live too. Damn. I'm missing. I see. I was supposed to be support. I'm about to get chewed out. Fucking around. I missed everybody else's church right now.
yeah, yeah.
Nah, but see, this is the thing. Like I told somebody, I said these are just genuine conversations. Sometimes the shit might go an hour. Sometimes it probably go longer than that, depending on what the hell the whole topic is about. And tonight's topic stood about it. It's all about unity and growth at this part right now. It's not about nothing else. And if you can't see that, then there's nothing else to talk about.
Yeah, because as long as you got people in here, man, it don't matter what somebody else is doing.
Yeah.
You know.
Nah, that's real shit. I mean, everybody speak their genuine truth and be, you already put that vibe out there though, Nate. You already know what you be doing, man. Stop playing with me, man.
Mm-hmm.
I don't be doing nothing. Y'all just gonna stop blaming me for shit. See, this is what I'm saying. Everywhere I go, yo, Cage, I want you to hear this. Everywhere I go, I get blamed for something. Even though I get blamed for something. I get blamed for the jokes. I get
Scapegoat.
blamed for
Hey Nate, that's the onus of the channel. So that might be another reason I ain't really, because I already know that shit come with the
Because
territory.
listen. You cannot be mad at any. Hold on, I'm gonna give you some esoteric knowledge that most people will never tell you. You cannot be mad at other people, okay? Because other people are just a projection of yourself. Think about a dream. You know, in a dream, there's a bunch of people in there, right? But it's really just you. It's a figment of your fucking imagination. So pretty much all these other people that you're getting mad at, all this fucking shit you're seeing is really just, it's yourself. It's an aspect of yourself you have to fucking get rid of. If you didn't have this within you, you would not see it on the outside. There's no outside. It's all you.
right on that. Definitely right on that.
It's all within you.
And what you just said was life balls in a different perspective, but it was still life balls. My fault. Shit. That's the truth. You know, I'm gonna be bringing these genuine type of topics, and it doesn't matter how long it does go for. The main thing, like I said, is getting the genuine message across and trying to unite the right ones. Other than that, I don't care about who's slipping their tongue and who. I don't care who got somebody girl pregnant. I don't care about none of that shit. Like, it ain't got nothing to do with me. That's not fucking helping the cause right now. And this right here was a genuine conversation. I'll probably do a part 2 tomorrow. 9 out of 10 niggas gonna pull up tomorrow.
It's definitely thought provoking, and it's definitely something that could actually change. Like let's get out of this bullshit. Aren't you guys sick of it already?
Man, nah, that's
Sick of
why I
what?
said. This is
Sick
why
of
I
what?
said.
Are we sick of
No,
what?
no. Here you go, getting ready to come back in here, man. Eat your Cheetos. Relax. He talking about as far as other people, like how I've been saying, shouldn't people be getting sick and tired of shit?
Oh.
See, yo, I knew you was eating something. That's why I'm ending the live now. Tired of your shit, Papa Will. You ain't motherfucking shit
Man,
no heart.
don't be accusing me of eating and I'm sitting here looking at y'all. All these men up
But hold on. You know the funny thing about Papa eating something? Look, his name's Papa, which means like the father type thing. And we always have to eat something, meaning we always have to consume, or we have to take away from something. We have to transmute something in order to survive. You always have to fucking eat. You always have to consume in order to fucking talk. In a way. So you're stuck in the trap.
See, when I smoke this old cheap ass weed, it gives me the munchies. So luckily, I ate my dinner already, but I didn't eat it all because I'm trying to lose some weight. So about 2 hours later, after this goddamn weak ass weed kicks in, I got something to eat other than some goddamn cornflakes with too much milk in it and too much sugar on it. Or translated to anything else, like a honey bun or some shit, or damn whole packet Chips Ahoy cookies. And so instead, I'm looking at my dinner sitting over there, Nate. And if you look through my camera again, man, I'm gonna trace your shit.
Trace it. I'll be sitting outside. I'll be sitting outside with my split waiting. And like I tell everybody else, tread lightly.
Tread lightly, bro. What are you talking about?
That's daily. I'm gonna tell somebody, tread lightly.
You gotta tread lightly before the currents come, the waves start hitting. And even if you have a life jacket on that you made, it's not gonna work.
Nah, but this is, like I said, I probably might do a part 2 tomorrow because this is a conversation I want everybody in on. So I just might do a different time. So, but y'all already know I do appreciate y'all for pulling up. I appreciate everybody who did tune in. I'm about to actually try to lay my ass down, or Let me make my few supports first, and then I'm gonna lay my ass down. I ain't been to sleep since I've been off work, so we ain't trying to be up for 3 days straight. So
I've been up since 4:30 this morning. Had to go out and go bowling. That's how come I got here. After you'd already started. But hey, man, I always appreciate you letting me hang out. And it was all a great pleasure hanging out with your panel and talking to your people over there in chat.
I'm gonna start calling you fucking 9-pin.
That's fine. I'm trying to get to 190 subscribers. I got 188 right now.
Well, hopefully you'll get those. You'll get those subs up.
Plug in the channel. I'll be here 190.
Hey, now I need this organic. But hey, I came up with this great idea, Nate. I'm gonna come on like an hour at a time in the mornings, like about 8 o'clock in the morning to 9 o'clock in the morning before I go to therapy or I go bowling.
Yeah.
I have a topic because they say that you can get more views and closer to making money if you do shorts. If you do shows an hour or less.
Yeah.
So that's what I came up here to say the first thing. I came up here to tell you that. And now you done had me up here for over 2 hours.
No, you had yourself over here. Because some of y'all ain't stopped talking. But y'all had
It's free therapy over here, bro.
No, look, y'all had
it's better
up here.
Therapy for him.
It was real good therapy for me. That's for damn sure.
All right, that's
therapy for everybody. That's therapy for everybody. But then guess
what? I
what?
thought you talking about me.
No, that's a fact.
I guess I was being narcissistic, huh?
Yeah, you being narcissistic because you're
a fucking idiot. You're an idiot, but we're here for you, bro.
Yeah, stupid. Y'all ain't gonna start your bullshit again. You know what? Look at my face. I'm not fucking playing with y'all motherfuckers today.
I'm trying. I don't want y'all to keep. I don't want you to keep having the show after I left. So I'm trying to follow you out of here.
No, you good. Like I said, I just wanted to make sure y'all was all good. Like I said, we definitely about to end this in a minute, and I'm thinking about this part 2 tomorrow. It probably might happen tomorrow. So y'all just look for that. Yeah, look for that reminder. I don't like really leaving reminders, but I'm gonna leave one up anyway. I appreciate those who tuned in. I appreciate all the new people who did come in. You already know, for the new ones, like, share, comment, and subscribe. For the returning family, y'all already know it was peace and blessings. Glad y'all enjoyed the show. And for the panel up here, y'all already know. Anytime the panel open, y'all know y'all more than welcome to come up. But I definitely might do this part 2 tomorrow, so we definitely might be back in here tomorrow.
I might be looking for you, okay? Y'all got that notification bell hit so that when Nate comes up, y'all will get the notification. Because if you don't hit the bell, if you don't fire that bell up, you don't get the notification.
Yeah.
Okay.
Much love, everybody.
All right, y'all.
Well, Paige, you already know.
Paige, it was a pleasure meeting you.
All right, man.
Like,
yeah. Nah, but like I said, everybody got different views and opinions, and like I said, all in all, as long as we respectful towards each other, that's the main thing. Damn you, hood, you would come up here and I'm trying to fucking end church, man. But you my nigga.
Fuck all that respecting each other, my nigga.
I ain't respecting you.
I ain't respecting shit with the Henny, nigga.
Man, you better be respecting that damn
respect. What's goody, my nigga? Papa Will, what's good?
All right, man. It's good to see you again.
I had to interrupt church and shit. He trying to end this shit early and shit.
Yep. Nigga, you see how long we been up here, nigga? This ain't early.
Yo, nigga, I ain't even come through with my collection plate yet, nigga.
Yeah, huh?
Nobody passed a collection plate. Where the money
at? What's goody with y'all though?
Man,
we just wrap this shit up.
Hey.
Oh shit.
Actually, do is we're trying to figure out ways to help the people 5 years under you, trying to figure out what you could do to help them come forward and be part of the people that they'll be 5 years from now, which will be the age that you are now, to do something that builds our existence rather than keep talking about killing each other. Even on this goddamn internet, they got that program. You know that shit pays on here.
Let me harvest your energy, bro. Yeah, you in New York is one of my favorite spots to harvest it.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, but all in all, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like I was saying, you just wrapping up something. Basically, like I said, the title was self-explanatory. Unity and growth, and it's definitely gonna be a part 2 tomorrow. Because, like I said, there's ways of growing one way or another. It doesn't matter which side of the tracks you're coming from, as long as your ass is on that right path. Like I said, it is supposed to be about unity and growth. It ain't supposed to be about death and destruction, bro.
Yup. We're trying to build some shit over here organically.
Or I ain't got time for all that extra shit. Trying to build with the people the right way and the only way. And if it can't happen, then shit, can't say I ain't go out trying. Fuck it.
Mm-hmm.
All you can do is try, my nigga.
That's gonna
Yeah.
work, Nate.
Yeah, I know work ain't easy, nigga. That's just like real time. Work ain't easy, but shit, it gets done. Like shit, nigga. Like
Yeah, that part.
You're gonna get to where you want to go with this YouTube shit. The only thing is you gotta go live every day, my nigga. Once you miss a day, or like 2 days, 3 days and shit, you out the algorithm, my nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? People used to seeing your videos pop up. Once you miss like a day, 2 going live, you gotta work your way back in that algorithm. The way I tell people to be staying this shit in the loop, you gotta go live every day, my nigga. And like I like Johnny Blaze, you know what I'm saying? John Goodwill and shit. He go live in the morning and he'll do a live at night. When I go live in the morning, I go live at night, you got a whole different audience.
Yeah.
The
Nah,
people
that's
that
what I
be
did
there
today.
in the morning, they don't be there at night. And the people that be there at night, they don't be there in the morning.
But yeah. You know what I recommend, Cage? Cage would recommend this. If you have certain people, like what a man said here, he's saying like 3 different people went on there. They're supposed to blah, 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 at the same time. Instead of, why don't you do this? If you guys could work as a team, right? Make a network, and then you guys have certain times you guys go live at, and then you send everyone there. You know
See, we
what I mean?
did
Oh no,
that
that's
shit
what we
before.
that's what we do.
We did that
That's
before.
what we do. But I didn't know that the 3 people I was talking about was live now because I'm just looking at the notification on the top of my phone. I
We
didn't
did
notice
that
that
before
because
in this community, but the thing is that you really can't limit people to go live to a time slot. Like we did that before.
Make
Like
a
we got
schedule.
8 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock. But the thing is this: when you limit people, oh, you can't go live. It's my time slot. Something hot might be going on that you need to go live about. Like it's kind of hard to do. We tried
Oh
it
no.
before. Man.
See with that, I try to go at a certain time only because, like
Right.
I
Well, you
said,
need
I try
better.
to support everybody. Like you see, I be
Yeah, but
trying
I'm
to do
saying
with you,
if it's
bro.
a hot topic, if somebody say like a rapper get killed or it's a hot topic or some shit, everybody's going live.
Right. You need better
Yeah.
organizational
You know what I'm
skills.
saying?
There's a way
So
to
I mean,
do it.
like
You
time
need better
slots
organizational skills, bro.
it works, but it don't work because it's like you stifled. Like, you know what I'm saying? And if you're gonna be a content creator, you can't be stifled to a time slot. You got to be able to fucking go live and do whatever you want to do when you want
That's
to
because
do it.
people don't know how to share the pie. That's what it is.
Nah, but
Everyone's
it's
all
like
hungry.
everybody got
They
their
don't
own
know how to share
audience.
the pie, bro.
Everybody got their own audience anyway. You
Yeah.
shouldn't have to be stifled to. You know what I'm saying?
No, but think about this. Everyone can go live, and then the live just leads to the stream that's supposed to be in that time slot. You know what I mean? Like, use the
Yeah,
channel.
but ain't nobody gonna go from fucking stream to stream, and it ain't gonna work like that.
Yeah, they will. That's all they do, bro. Yeah, they will.
We
You have
tried
to
that. We
force
tried
their
that shit
hand. You have
before,
to
and that shit
force their
worked for
hand.
like
You have to guide
not
them.
even like 2 months, bro.
Bro, you guide them in the right way. I guarantee you can make them do anything. I can make them jump up and down with one leg and touch their nose and shit. You want to
But how
bet?
many people are really gonna support from channel to channel? You
Sure, they
might go to
will,
one
man.
chat, maybe 300 people in there.
Why
You
do
go
you
to
think
another
they're
chat,
on
it's like
there? They're a
80
bunch of
people in
bored.
that
They're
motherfucker.
bored. They have nothing better to do. They're not gaining anything. They're not doing anything. They're consuming. You can easily guide them. How do you think this is how everything works, bro?
I'm just saying I've been a part of it and tried it before, bro. It sound good until you actually fucking got to do it.
You didn't do it in the right way. You need somebody who actually has a proper
There's
plan.
no right way to do it because you can't control other fucking content creators if they decide to go live. People was like, yeah, we ain't gonna go live during this time and shit. Something hot will happen, and they decide to go live. You can't. There's no control over that.
So then you start smaller with a few people who actually know how to actually play the game together as a team player, and then you have to let people in if they fuck.
Nah, I'd
You
rather.
said that like we all just started doing this.
I feel where you coming from. But as a content creator, you got to be able to go live when you want to.
Or you get rid of them. If they have to have a concept, they have to be scared. They have to be scared to lose their channel.
You just gotta have creative content.
You just get rid of them. I can get rid of any channel. It's not hard. I was saying, like, yeah, they fuck around, you get rid of them. Just like the streets.
Nah, I'm not about flagging these channels and shit like that.
You don't gotta flag them. You just contact certain people. It's really not about who you know. It's about who knows you.
No, I ain't about that shit. That shit happens to me, and I ain't about all that.
That's why, because you had weak leadership. Obviously, if you have a weak leadership, you're not gonna go in.
Flag, but I'm not about flagging niggas.
You don't have to flag people. You don't have to do anything.
Yeah, but if you contact somebody, what the fuck they gonna do? They gonna flag.
No, they're just completely to remove it.
Why would you want to take somebody's channel down there?
Because if they want to be into this, if they have to sign the terms. This is one of the terms. If not, you're never going to get people to act accordingly. You have to put fear into them in a way. Because they know you can't fuck. You can't really fuck around like that or you're done. Your shit's gone.
Put fear into somebody over YouTube?
Just like anything else. They already do that.
How could you put fear into somebody over the internet?
That's how YouTube works. If you don't say so, the bigger channels are not allowed to say certain things. Like they're compliant to a certain system, right? But I'm saying if you want to counter-react that, you're gonna still need a certain system that's kind of a like to it, or else you're gonna have people running rampant. People need control. But we can get to a different result with the right control,
All in all, my fault. I just came back. I probably lost gist of the conversation, but all in all,
I don't know what the fuck he talking about, my nigga.
No. I just came back I just came back. Y'all ain't even notice I was fucking muted for a second. Nigga. Like I literally.
He talking about flagging people in control of this, which I don't know what the fuck I don't even know who that is.
Nah, it's one of my dudes.
Shout out to Nate, man. I'm up out of here, man. Y'all niggas, salute, man. Squad. This nigga's talking some.
Pop, you still there?
I scared him off, huh?
Yeah, Nate, I'm still here, man. I thought we was rolling out.
Yeah, I'm about to roll out in a minute. I had to mute again because I had to fucking stop something, but I'm definitely about to definitely end this shit. So I'm not gonna hold you. I am on some tired shit right now. The weed finally kicking my ass, y'all.
It's all good. We got this shit. At the end of the day, we have it.
But again, appreciate y'all for popping in. I was going to end it, but I was going to let Hood pop out. Shoot. But
Papa, it's great talking to you, brother.
You too,
Keep it up. Keep it up, my friend.
I will. You too. Do the same.
Of course.
Oh, damn. I thought I was way over there multitasking and had muted you, and you didn't hear what I just responded back to what you said. Okay. Keep talking. Yeah. I'm good.
I appreciate all y'all for tuning in. We definitely probably going to do this part 2 tomorrow. So
Okay.
look for the time reminder. You know, this your boy Nate the Great. Hope everybody have a safe and blessed evening. Until the next live, y'all already know. Peace and blessings. We up out of here.